Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Non-Standard Action. This is episode 3, Barghest on the Bridge. Oh gosh, I can hear myself. Must mute Twitch. Why? Why Twitch?
Oh god!
Sorry for missing last week, everyone. It was just not a great week for us. I've relocated back to my condo in Alaska. So that's what I was doing last weekend, and why we had some trouble getting you a new stream, but we're ready to hop back in. Our icebreaker question this morning.
Oh yeah, this was a good one.
What is your most used emoji? Let's start with Simon. What is Lasco's most used emoji?
This is what I get for saying that this was a good question. I thought about this a lot, and then I realized that itself should be the emoji. The thinking emoji.
Yes.
That is my answer. I'm sticking to it.
What is Iris's most used emoji?
Iris's most used emoji is just a smiley face, but it's not like an actual emoji. It's like the old school, like you got to type it out with the equals sign and the equal sign parentheses.
Wow.
Much like mine.
So Iris doesn't use emojis. They can think their texts, and like stopping to think about where you're putting an emoji is kind of takes more time.
Fair enough. Tom, what's Ogden's most used emoji?
It has to be the one with the monocle.
Secret
Oh, that's
agent.
good.
There's motorcycles
that fits
going
very
by.
well.
Sorry.
Of course. As soon as I ask you a question.
Yeah, no, exactly. They weren't going until they were like, oh, good, Tom's up.
Yeah, they're streaming right now.
Yeah, they're actually streaming their motorcycle run. They're angry at us for talking right now, so it's a whole thing. So
I
the
didn't know we had a rivalry with a motorcycle gang. That's metal.
We do now.
Right?
It's canon.
Honestly.
Yeah. So yes, the monocle for Ogden.
Nice. And Liz, what's Adelaide's most used emoji?
The winky face, naturally.
Naturally.
Obviously.
I love it. So last we left off, our intrepid investigators had done some poking into the disappearance of Algaida Ion, the security chief aboard the Chimera. They had discovered a couple of clues, including a statue of the Adari with blood on its nose, like the nose of the ship. And discovered
Just not the blood specifically.
Yeah, very, very specifically Kasathan blood.
Which we discussed afterwards. I should have just ignored the fact that they were supposed to get that clue because these guys are just too on top of it.
That was an example of you can't just give the murder weapon in the first 5 minutes of the mystery.
Right, yeah. The book's like, oh, it's here, and it's actually really easy to find. Shrug. Good luck.
That would not make a great Sherlock episode.
They didn't where you should be finding it, but then you rolled really high on your medicine roll, and but it was too much information to give you right off the bat.
Don't people know how many British murder shows I've watched?
Right?
Tailor this adventure to us, writers. God.
This group is just way too good at the mystery solving in real life. So their characters got on it right away. They tried to talk to the captain. They made the first mate, Lozu, cry because they pushed so hard.
Generation 13 made Lozu cry. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Generation 13? Are you sure?
I maintain that this is like a murder investigation, right? If people don't cry when you talk to them, you're not doing it right.
Thank you, Lasco. Thank you.
It's murder. Murder's a big deal. There was some comedian. There was some comedian who made this point about how, like, on that murder TV show. They like talk to dudes, and then the people are like, "Oh, did like something happen?" It's like, yes, the murder police are here. Of course, something happened.
Talking about them in the past tense. You're thinking of John Mulaney.
Oh yeah, that would do it. Yeah. So maybe that's what I'm frustrated by.
Pretty hilarious.
Anyway, after that, y'all discovered Trostanek unconscious in the cargo hold where his bot had attacked him. Y'all disabled the bot. And as you were questioning him, Song, the cook, ran up and begged you to come help because the goblin mercenaries are ransacking just outside the kitchen.
These heckin' goblins.
And y'all ran to help.
Yeah, we did.
Poor Song deal with these goblins.
But not before we hit level 2.
Yes, but I did indeed let them hit level 2. Toot.
Such power.
I feel twice as capable.
For these guys.
Twice as many hit points.
Yeah, that's about the only thing that doubled, really.
The number of complaints, yes, accurate.
So yes, they got some more hit points, but I did not let them restore all of their hit points because, they're running from one fight to the next. I know, I'm terrible. I'm just the worst GM ever. I don't know why you guys keep letting me run things.
The worst.
Must be because we like you or something. I don't know.
We need to get like some sort of like bratwurst for the chat, you know, kind of like Toots, but not for someone being the worst. Get it? Myself.
Yes. We used to do that to Lapis on our other show all the time. We would tell her she was the worst with a U.
I see.
The verse,
nope.
if you will.
Clicked.
Because Lapis,
yes.
Lapis is a German teacher. So we like to tease her with that when she does things that we think are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
But are you guys ready to hop back in, or do you guys want to maybe tell the audience a little bit about level 2?
Oh gosh, I figured we'd just actually go into the intricacies of sustainable farming, but we can talk about level 2 if you guys want.
Yeah, I'll get.
Did anyone get anything exciting at level 2 they want to tell the audience about?
Yeah, I can talk about Ogden. So level 2 is an exciting level for a biohacker. They get in every biohacker's life, as a young biohacker grows up, they get this thing called injection expert. Don't go there.
Changes.
Nope. So Ogden
Trying to not be the hoarding show anymore, guys.
I don't see why we should try.
There's nothing horny about puberty. Puberty is gross. And
all right, I wasn't talking about puberty. I was making a puberty. I was making a puberty analogy. Now, injection expert is initially just the thing that lets biohackers fire any injection weapon. Ogden happens to favor a pistol, so you haven't seen, but he can technically fire like a long arm with the injection property, or even a sniper rifle. I don't think there are any heavy weapons with the injection property. That would be hysterical, though. Now Ogden shoots
just
it
like
a little better.
Gatling gun injections.
Gatling gun. Yeah, exactly.
I'm imagining more of like a fletchet rifle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shotgun, but instead of pellets, it's a bunch of syringes.
No, guys, you're overthinking this. It's a heavy weapon. It just fires one huge syringe, a comically sized syringe.
A syringe rocket launcher.
It's like a bazooka. Yeah, the needle's like this.
All right, so that's
something that is absolutely not happening. We're not home.
No, it's definitely it's in R&D already. I'll talk to the boys later, and the girls in R&D. But
it's more inclusive.
Both. I'll talk to both of them. I'll talk to anybody in R&D as long as they can get me a flechette rocket launcher. So I've gone on too long. Basically, I get a +1 to attacks with injection weapons now. So Ogden's even better at shooting things with nasty things. He also has a new pool of interesting things to inject people with. Some of them help. Some of them hurt. we'll have to see which ones. But yeah, if you're familiar with the biohacker theorems,
heal or harm.
Yes. You might know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to get specific so it can be a surprise of some sort. But yeah,
He's not a doctor.
So, not a doctor. Definitely not a doctor. You all called him doctor last episode, and I was like, oh, well, that's nice. He's not a doctor. Much more nefarious reasons for his biohacking.
Anybody else got anything exciting level 2?
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, I didn't get an extra combat feat at level 2 because I took this wacky archetype.
What archetype did you take, Leaf?
Ended up taking Steward Officer, obviously. So instead of getting more punchy, Iteration 13 now has gained Culture and Diplomacy as class skills, which equates to essentially a +3.
Nice.
In each, and gosh, I was just typing this stuff in. So I can use Diplomacy for Intimidate checks to demoralize. Can use Culture for Life Science checks to identify humanoid and monstrous humanoids. Not like I need to do that though. As long as Tom gets to go before me and has a spare move action to identify stuff, he gets to know everything. But hey, it's there, and I can do it if need be. The one that I'm really interested in, though, is that failed diplomacy checks to change attitudes only worsens the attitude if I fail by 10 or more now, instead of 5 or more.
So we're not going to make more people cry.
You got more diplomatic. You're a nicer cop now.
Yeah, after analyzing, he iteration 13, they analyzed their last month's worth of interactions, compiled the study, summarized, and decided that making people cry was not the best way to get information. So maybe a little more tactful way of interacting would be a good move.
Calculating optimal niceness.
Exactly. Yeah. So they'll be nicer, but it's going to be a real artificial niceness.
I love Charisma Soldier. This is great.
I wonder
if Charisma Soldier.
I wonder if at one point Iteration was like practicing this in the mirror, and they went over like, no, too much, too sweet.
Greetings, citizen. How do you fare in this fine summer morn?
Can I offer you a lemonade?
Good.
Now you sound like my favorite
a back rub.
Liz, how about Adelaide? Did you get anything exciting at level 2?
Adelaide got some more spells, except that she's out of spell slots, and she got whatchamacallit. That thing that happens. Paradigm shift. Yes. So I took the paradigm shift where I can shift resistances. So no more having to worry about, oh no, they're immune to acid. Not now, they're not.
Very nice. That is a very useful thing to have. How about Lasco? Did Lasco get anything exciting at level 2?
I just took the standard feats. I got evasion, so I got mobility to go along with it. What else? Operative gotta operate.
Did you go for the combat trick thing then?
Yes, that is how I got a feat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was going to say. But cool.
Very neat, very neat. Are y'all ready to dive in here?
Yeah.
We are.
I'm very curious to see what the goblins have gotten up to in the past 2 weeks.
They're probably just
I'm moving you to a new map.
Expect.
Right.
Oh.
Iteration 13 was willing to give them some leeway, but if they're really crossing the line here, there might be some. Well, no, we're not going to kill goblins.
They are indeed crossing the line. You guys come around the corner, so sort of off to your right that you don't see on this map. That hallway goes around the other way and goes up to the cargo bay you were just in. So you guys come around this corner, and you can clearly hear goblins around that next bend there, cackling maniacally and banging on things, and it sounds like they're pulling the plating off of the hallway, like they're looking for something.
Oh,
Iteration 13 is going to try and make a point of being out front. Oh, good. Looks like I am.
I put you there on purpose.
Marvelous. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're
Fearless leader.
welcome.
Let's see. I need some
Ogden.
numbers adjusted, but sorry. Go ahead, Ogden.
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to say Ogden checks his, make sure that his pistol, that he has enough rounds left on his battery, nods, and then says to the others, so are we going to knock them out or kill them? I don't...
Yeah, Iteration 13 says, try to keep them alive. They are guests after all, but let's be quick about this.
Yes. All right.
You guys gonna go in swinging?
Sorry, I need to shift my mentality from survivalist goblin murder machine to level-headed detective. 1 second.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I have the exact same problem. I've been playing Oku in PF2 for like 5 games in a row, and he is very different from Lasko.
Yes.
Still
And
small,
he's a
though.
normal
He's
dog.
still a small.
Well, Oku isn't
I had a
small
bit of
anymore, but that's
that.
beside the point.
All right.
I have
looks
been
like-
that lately too, because I'm playing like the bard in PF2, and in Star Lords I'm playing my nerdy mechanic, and it's a totally different brain space.
Guys, we're all so flexible. Nice job, everybody.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Humble brag, humble brag.
Humble brag. No big deal. We're just doing what we do, doing what we love. No big deal.
Adelaide will sort of catch Iris by the arm and go, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a touch fatigued. Could we at least try to talk some sense into them first?
I had intended to, but knowing goblins, we got lucky the last time. We'll see if we can calm them this time. And with that, Iris is going to not go around the corner swinging. But what's up?
Then I'll also cast Charming Veneer on you. Get a +1 to charisma checks and charisma-based skill checks.
Marvelous. Okay.
Yeah.
That's big. That's awesome.
I'm not going to take the time to put that in, although I might just make a little toggle for it.
You should probably make a buff for it, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm
That's
going to
gonna
be
happen.
getting. Yeah. So drawing their pulsecaster rifle, Iteration 13 will come around the corner here, try and stay like back against the wall, and order them to stop, very diplomatically but firmly. And let's see.
Give me a roll.
Can I like kind of assess the situation first to kind of see what's going on before I?
Oh yeah, they're
decide?
carrying plating off the walls as if they're searching for something. But
Searching.
go ahead and tell me what you say and give me a roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to decide if I was demoralizing them with my new ability or if I'm actually trying to get them to stop. Because we all know how diplomacy works.
Oh yeah? Are you sure?
I'm just trying to think about how hard I want to metagame. Do I just want to be like, nah, these guys are just going to be assholes? Or does Iteration 13 actually want to like try and talk to these guys?
Oh, go for it. I mean, they do have colored dots, so
What'll that hurt?
read the writing on the wall. But
Right, no, of course. Using diplomacy, trying to get them to settle down. We're just going to go ahead and go with that. Just levels the pulsecaster rifle at the first one there, the red one, and says, "Halt, citizen! You are dismantling an important part of the ship. Please suspend your activities and return to your quarters." With a 14 on the die. Oh, pronk.
They screech, "Get them! Interlopers!" Roll initiative.
Yep,
Yeah, all right.
fair enough.
That's about right. Yeah.
that tracks.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
This is what happens, goblins.
Goblins, am I
Boy,
right?
I'm
Wow,
glad I
that's
did
racist.
metagame.
I play a goblin in Pathfinder too.
I play wannabe goblin.
These goblins are, doing their job, and their job right now is mess things up, and it's what goblins are best at.
Simon, I did almost choke a little bit last night when you introduced Oku as a bear who's been turned into a goblin. But he's now a half-elf.
All right. So Orange is going to go first here. And
Hey, look, there's an orange.
Orange is going to move up 15, 20 feet. And he'll go ahead and take a shot at Iris, since Iris is the only one he can see. With junk laser. Yeah. Oh, that's a 20 to hit your EAC.
That absolutely hits.
For 1 point of damage.
Oh, hey, hold on. I still have Song of the Spheres, or whatever that fire resistance thing is, right? How long does that last there, Tom?
Oh God,
wait, that's the other game.
That just killed
Okay,
my
no,
brain.
really though.
I was thinking.
Ava.
This
We can do
goblin
this.
marked in blue is going to run up and attempt to smack you with its dog slicer.
Yeah, these are
Oh,
different
there's-
goblins. Different goblins.
Toe on the phone.
Different goblins. Level 1, Paizo loves goblins at level 1. Oh, it only gets a 12, though, to hit your KAC, so that will miss.
Oh, hold on. No, that actually might hit.
What?
No, my KAC's 13. I'm good. I'm in the clear.
What?
Misses.
What?
This green one is going to move up, and it's going to take a shot, but you're going to have soft cover from its friend there. Still goblins. Oh, and that definitely misses. That shot goes wild, bounces off the plating in the corridor. Iris, what are you going to do about these goblins?
It says, halt, citizens, and then gets hailed with bullets. So they... Oh, there's that one in their face. This is unfortunate. He hand command, back up!
Left your nods.
And is actually going to wait for his party to back up so he can back up, or so they can back up too.
Delay?
Since they're there. Yeah, so delay.
All right, Ogden.
Okay, so the plan is to delay. To back up.
Yep.
You know what? It occurs to me actually. Iris is going to probably just want to hang out in front line anyways, since this is happening. So they're actually going to go ahead and utilize unarmed strike instead of delaying. Sorry, Tom.
All right.
And since they're goblins, we're going to just go ahead and full attack because I'm afraid about my rolls here.
Fish for crits?
Fishing for crits. So Iris will go ahead and, since they have the...
May the spirit of Rebecca be with you.
I would like to level a slight concern here. You did just mention your KAC is 13, and then you also offered to be in front, and those two facts don't really mesh.
I mean, my KAC is 14. Are you sure you're taking into account the new
Right.
level?
I am
Level
absolutely...
scale, I see.
I was going to say, I don't have... So... Dexterity is a +2, and my armor is station flight wear, so it's a +0, +1.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm just saying that you shouldn't be in front.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but I don't think any of you have any better AC.
Yeah, I've won better. I'll be fine. Or we can just keep on backing up, right?
Yeah.
We're an all ranged party, right? We can just keep on running away.
This has unfortunately occurred.
Oh, gosh. I guess I could draw the rest of the hallway with markers.
Please do.
I've already done this. That's a 4 to hit and then a 12 to hit.
The 12 will indeed hit
So
just by the skin of its teeth. But the 4 is a miss. So you do 2 bludgeoning damage to the goblin in front of you.
Goes from pointing the gun and shouting at them to using it as a club, essentially. Thank you, improved unarmed strike.
All right, Ogden.
All right. I guess Ogden is actually going to, perhaps foolishly, he's going to, because we want to take them alive. He moves up here and is going to hurriedly prepare a sedative and load it.
As you move up there,
Yes, of course.
the goblin takes a swing at you with its dog slicer. Does a 16 hit your KAC?
Yes, it does.
2 slashing damage
Okay.
as it slices at your kneecaps.
Ow!
It's
Nope,
doing
that's not
it.
Ogden's voice. Okay, so then Ogden is going to he like fiddles with his tail a little bit, and you realize that he's holding his syringe stick in his tail, and his tail whips out with the syringe stick, and is going to try and stab this goblin with a sedative.
What a twist!
Right?
Right?
Quit playing with your tail, Ogden. You'll go blind.
That is an 18.
Yeah, still
to
definitely
hit.
the horny show.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that will absolutely hit. What is your...
The medicinal is going to be surprise. He took medicinal mastery, which gives him a pool of things that he can inject people with, in addition to his biohacks.
Surprise!
So the sedative. Oh, I didn't roll that one for some reason. Here's a D4. So he takes 3 points of piercing damage and then 3 points of non-lethal damage. We're going to try and put this goblin to sleep.
That goblin is asleep on the floor.
Yes. Oh, that was so cool.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very nice. You stab that goblin good.
It's got one of them anime like sleep snot bubbles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to sleep now.
These eyes.
And that was a move. That was a standard, and that is my turn.
All right. Last go.
Lasco will silently note that we have completely abandoned the backing up the hallway plan, and will instead step protectively in front of the officer. Or I guess he's shorter, so it's not really a... Yeah, they have like sort of a staggered approach. They can both fire and take a shot with his pulsecaster pistol at Red.
All right.
This button. That is a fail of a trig attack.
I have a CR of a little bit more than -1.
A little bit more. But
Just
that
a
is a
pinch.
hit for
Yes.
non-lethal electric damage on Red.
Perfect. Red's looking pretty well hit. Adelaide.
Okay, so can Adelaide see
Thanks, Drippy darling.
this spot from where she is? Or does she need to move?
So, from this corner of your square,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Cool. Then Adelaide will cast Hazard, which is a cantrip that deals 1d3 acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic damage. Let's go with sonic. And it's a 5-foot radius, so centered right here.
All right. Roll it.
Okay.
Or hit the spell so we can see all the stuff.
Yep.
This is actually a reflex save on your part, Nick.
Yes. Actually.
Well, these can absolutely make a reflex save. You should
Oh,
put
no.
that 1d3 in brackets so it rolls it for you.
Oh. I'm still learning. All right.
And you should definitely put the save DC in there too. I can help you set it up later if you want, but for
Yeah,
now, what is...
if only I could remember what the save DC would be.
It's 10
Yeah.
plus your charisma modifier. That's it.
Okay.
Because it's a zero spell.
Then 12.
They all fail.
Yes!
Roll me 1d3, please.
All right. 2.
2 damage to each of them. Okay,
Boom.
this one is dead.
Yes!
No, wait, no!
Oh, it's dead.
Oh no!
That goblin
is that
dies
illegal?
from acid damage.
Who would have thought 2 damage would have killed the goblin?
Well,
He softened up.
It's because Lasco already did 4. And only the last hit counts for non-lethal.
Hey, thanks,
Yeah, I
Drippy
still don't
Darling,
like that.
for the gift tier 1 sub as well. Rockstar.
Ooh, thank you.
Woo.
We love those subs. Hopefully they'll start paying for our campaign books. Yes.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. That's all we really want. That's all we're going to use it for. Adelaide, that was a standard action. I forget, did you use your move action already?
I did not. And in fact, I think I'm going to. Shall we step back? And so I do. To here.
All right. Red doesn't get a turn because they're dead. Orange gets a turn.
Dead baby.
Orange is going to take 2 shots at Lasco with its shock laser.
You're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world. We've been watching What We Do in the Shadows.
Nice. I was gonna say.
Does a 17 hit your EAC, Lasco?
It does, yes.
How about a 14?
Yes.
So this goblin gets incredibly lucky, fires 2 shots wildly while cackling maniacally, and hits you twice for 4 damage and then for 1. And those are electricity. This goblin doesn't get a turn because it's unconscious. And Green is just going to copy his friend Orange, hoping that his attack will also hit twice on Lasco. One of these hits and one of them misses. So his first shot hits for 3 electricity damage, and he's like cackling, not paying attention where his second shot goes, and it goes wide. Iris.
Iris is going to go ahead and. Oh, wire? What?
That was weird.
Somehow my tokens got non-synced. Carry on.
No worries. Okay. Gonna just shift up there and fire.
Standing over the unconscious goblin.
Fire. Yep. Stands over the unconscious goblin and fires at Orange.
Is this non-lethal fire?
It's pulsecaster rifle. It only does non-lethal. For
That's
max
bad.
damage, 19 to hit for max damage.
This goblin is also unconscious.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Iris.
Right square in the chest with a non-lethal bolt of electricity, and it just drops to the floor.
It goes, eh! And it falls unconscious on the floor. Ogden.
Perfect.
All right. Ogden is going to he's going to be bold and stride up here. Reload his syringe stick with the. So I say reload, but mechanically it's just as part of the attack. He puts another sedative into the syringe stick and is going to lash out at Green now as he steps to the north. Here is the syringe stick roll. The non-lethal damage is going to. That's my aim, so I'm not going to make this attack non-lethal. It's not going to matter because that's a 9 on the 9 on the attack roll. So.
The goblin manages just barely to skitter out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
As you go to stab him.
That doesn't expend my medicinal, my sedative, which is nice.
Yeah, because you're using the syringe.
Because it's a melee. Yes. Cool. That is my turn.
Nick,
All right.
you need to re-add me to initiative. Just
What
put
did
me after Adelaide.
He deleted his token.
You copied over the one that wasn't in sync.
All right, Adelaide.
Well, Adelaide shall go through this door, and this one, and this one, and here, and now, what would
So
be...
what she did here is she moved up into the cafeteria through
Yes.
the doors that were behind the group.
Yes, because Adelaide does not... Adelaide usually takes a more lateral approach, And now, I suppose these doors are closed.
Yeah.
Well, she'll simply stand here and wait for her next turn.
And the doors will open because they're automatic.
Oh, dear. Oh, well.
Is that all you got, though? That was a double move?
Yeah, it was a double move, so...
All right, let's go.
Laska will take a shot at the remaining goblin.
You got this. I believe in you.
Do I, though?
That's not a trick, though. -6 is not
a
enough to
trick.
trick that goblin. But that is enough to hit that goblin.
Or non-lethal electric.
And because Adelaide already hit it for 2, it falls unconscious to the floor. As you shoot it in the leg and it starts to bleed out a little bit. Lost a lot of blood. Now it is unconscious.
Adelaide comes through the door. Are we done now?
Yes.
I don't know. There
will...
were more goblins, weren't there? There were more than
There were 4
Oh, there were
goblins.
4. Okay.
Oh,
These are all the goblins.
okay.
Ogden is going to kneel down to this one and see if there's anything he can do to bring them back.
Laska will try to figure out what they were trying to do. Were they, like, trying to sabotage the ship, or... Is there some computers check I can roll?
Or perception, or...
You can give me a
Engineering?
perception to search all their pockets.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to pull out the scanner and turn that on and start scanning. That's a 24.
Nice.
Holy cow.
Nice.
You're scanning the bodies and you notice a piece of paper in one of their pockets. Or not a piece of paper, rather. A pillowcase sticking out of one of their pockets. There's a rough schematic of the Chimera scribbled onto it in black ink and marked with a few places. Above it is scrawled, "Smuggler compartment?" ?
Oh my god. Really?
So
As you are looking at this, the ship's intercom crackles, and Captain Ramin can be heard shouting, "Off my bridge!" Someone screams in a high pitch, and then the intercom cuts it out again with a pop.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
While
Adelaide
all this was
looks
happening,
distressed, but also exhausted.
while all this was happening, was Ogden able to resuscitate this guy, keeping in mind that he has like excitants and stimulants and all sorts of fun things at his disposal now?
To stabilize, you need a treat deadly wounds medicine check.
All right. I will attempt a medicine check to bring this little goblin back. Okay. That is a nat 20 for a total of a 30.
You managed to, patch up his wounds enough that he's not going to bleed out immediately. He is still unconscious.
How's it feel to play God, Tom?
Ogden will look up at Adelaide and say, "Miss Fortwith, when we are trying to take people alive, it would do to act with a little more subtlety, so that you do not accidentally murder someone."
And Iris will actually step in and be like, they were this was all self-defense. If he had died, it would have been on the goblin's head and not ours.
Lasko raises a single eyebrow and makes a mental note.
Well, you heard the inspector.
Yes, that is fine. Let us continue on to the bridge. I suppose it sounds like there is trouble up there next.
Oh, must we?
Perhaps their hobgoblin leader.
Yes, their leader is indeed missing.
Oh, I'm so tired though. My eyeliner is running.
Right. We can go fix up our makeup after this, Adelaide.
So we're not taking a 10-minute?
I don't think we have time.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like we have time.
It does not sound like you have time.
So we're running.
You run up to the bridge as quickly as you can. You reach the bridge and the doors open for you automatically. Obviously, not locked at this point. I presume that like this is pretty much the order you guys are going in. This is sort of what you've favored in the past.
The plot lock turned off. I see.
Yes, it did. The door is no longer locked. And inside, amid the officer stations and near the central captain's chair, a creature that seems to be part goblin and part wolf holds Captain Ramin by the neck. "Stay back!" it says in Jinceroga's voice, snarling. "I'll tear his throat if you interfere." She's addressing First Mate Lozu Pahir, who has her hands raised. A pistol has been cast to the floor near her. Lozu says, "Let's talk about this, Jinceroga." Jinceroga draws Ramin close and says, "I'll tear you apart if you don't clear the bridge and give me control. I'll swallow your soul, whoever you are." She looks up and sees you.
Adelaide's like, "Time out." Things seem a little tense in here.
What the hell is going on?
"You will not interfere with my plans!" And she bites into Ramim's neck.
Oh, pronk. Sorry, guys.
Would you like to roll initiative now, or continue to, or try to?
That doesn't seem like a great way to get him to give you control of the ship.
Let me do anything. I'll make a check before we start.
What kind of check?
This is a weird.
That's a weird creature.
Dear listener, this is basically a were-hobgoblin wolf thing. Really,
Looks
really
like a bat almost, but
like a were-hobgoblin with like
I think
spectral armor.
You guys can give me
Obviously
a sense motive check to act in to have a surprise round as she does this.
Ugh.
26 for Adelaide.
So Adelaide will get a turn in the surprise round. Lasco will.
3.
Cutting in and out.
I'm cutting in and out.
No, you're cutting in and out. Leaf.
It's mine.
Oh, that's no good.
You're in the wrong
Actually,
state.
that's a 29.
Okay, so everybody except Ogden
State of denial.
can have a move or a standard. While I roll some initiative.
Great.
Also roll
I should probably
initiative.
roll initiative too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll initiative, I suppose.
As Ramin's body falls to the floor. The floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Just the captain's body hits the floor.
Oh,
I'm gonna do
One
a
body
thing real quick.
A
I'm not
thing?
moving. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. Yeah, because I need to do a quick restart. Oh, good. So here, I'll let you guys figure this one out. Here's the surprise round.
okay.
Be right back.
Okay.
What did you break? Leaf breaking things. Iris's shot goes wide. Adelaide, what would you like to do during the surprise round? You can have a move or a standard.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Adelaide will cast Fatigue into her hand and hold it.
Okay. Lasco, move or a standard.
I think Lasco will dash into the room and try to, and maybe even like stealth if you'll let me, behind the this like console here.
Sure, you can try.
While she's distracted with drinking Captain Blood.
Yeah, with murdering the captain.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth.
Ooh,
Very good stealth.
that's
a nat 20 for 30.
Okay.
Am I hidden?
You think so?
That's
You're
my
pretty
turn.
stealthy.
And it's pretty stealthy. Well, we're waiting for Leaf to come back. So,
I can still see him right there.
I can still see him. Is
You
he
can't hear
moving?
me?
Though? Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you now.
oh, you're back. Nice. I didn't hear you say you were back.
I never left.
Ugh.
That's a lot.
Saying you're gonna leave and then not doing that. Iris is first in initiative as the captain's body falls to the floor.
We're doing this, and I can only assume that these are this is a raised platform.
Yeah, it must be because of how these chairs are sort of situated.
Okay. Well,
Wait, but there's no stairs. No. This little platform is like one step up.
Okay, gotcha.
Probably this purple part is like one step up, but there's no steps, so it's not like super raised. It's maybe 6
Iris
inches.
is gonna come over here, take cover behind that console, and fire at the wolf again.
Ooh,
And,
14
sure
is
if that
not enough to
15
hit that Barghest.
did the 15 hit before?
Roll.
Okay.
All right, Adelaide.
Well, Adelaide shall. Just a moment. Sorry, I was losing the windows on this tiny screen. Adelaide's going to move up. Into the room. And to here, I guess, to kind of crouch behind the console, still holding fatigue in one hand. And then, I guess she'll move again around to the other side of the console.
Right.
And that's that.
All right, Ogden.
Sorry to interrupt. When is Lozu going? Laska will try to gesture that she should get behind the console.
Come here.
She's in the initiative tracker.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yep. All right. So Ogden is going to. He's going to come in, and do I have a clear shot from where I'm standing?
Yeah, because Ramin's body is on the floor. Actually, the chair itself might give a little bit of cover. Let's look at some measurements. That's obstructed. Yeah, you can do it. You're good.
Okay, cool. Then Ogden is going to shoot with his pistol. He levels it and fires a single shot. Come on, motorcycle, seriously?
That motorcycle gang, they got it out for you, man. You better be careful.
Won't give me any rest. So we're going to shoot, and we're going to place an inhibitor on her. We're going to try and make her sickened for what I believe is 6 rounds.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
For a total of, is that a D4 or a D6? I think it's a D4. So 4 points of acid, and she is sickened for, I will double check, but I believe it's 6 rounds because it's 3 plus my ability modifier. And
this one, skull and crossbones for poison.
Ogden is going to call out, "Don't make this any worse than you've already made it now." What's her name?
Jinceroga.
Jinceroga. Yes. And that is my turn.
There we go. Oh, as a GM, I love that this sheet has conditions that I can just put on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it adjusts everything for me. It is so nice.
It is
Love
indeed
the
6.
To the PF2 character sheet designers.
It is indeed 6 rounds.
All right, so that's Ogden. Let's go.
Lasko will peek out of the other side of this console and take a careful shot at Jinceroga. And whisper to Lozu, "Behind the terminal." A subdued command. And press my buttons, like this button. Ooh, bad button.
Oh.
And this button. Also a bad button. Oh, my buttons didn't work, guys. Let's try again next round.
Really sorry. You're not feeling very tricky today, are you,
No.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I don't feel very tricky at all.
You were tricked by this Barghest. Lozu dives for her pistol, grabbing it from the floor, and she's going to provide you guys with some harrying fire on Jinceroga. And she will succeed.
Wow, with that roll, she should have used normal fire.
Well,
Couldn't have known.
she's trying to help.
Couldn't have known.
It's true.
And that's going to help because Iris is up next. After, of course, whatever this thing is. You all are calling it a Barghest. I have no idea what a Barghest is. I'm going to find out next round, though.
I was going to say, I'm sure if you just take a move action, you would know all about it.
Yeah.
The Gobble Werewolf. Gobble? Because where is... No, never mind. This Barghest is going to cast a spell at... Actually, does anybody actually hit it? Ogden hit it. Ogden
What spell is it?
will save.
A will save, you say?
Yes.
Oh, no. Can I tell what spell that was?
Oh,
That would be a mysticism check.
Woohoo!
I only got a 10 on my will save. That's not great.
No.
Don't you
Oh,
dare
no.
tell me this is fear, Nick.
I got a 9.
Why would I ever it's fear.
Son of
You
a-
are frightened.
Hi, Tom.
All right.
For
Bye, guys. I guess I'm not going to find out. And, she scared
Man,
your
we're not
dog.
going to find out.
rounds.
So somebody else is going to have to stabilize the captain because I got to go.
Sorry.
Oh,
It never works.
Oh, God.
it always works on this show. You know that. That happens so many times on this damn show.
You do have a reroll in the queue.
Do I?
Use it.
You do.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, you
absolutely
should use
pronking using it.
Please
For the greater
don't
good.
interfere.
That's a 24.
Thank
That
you.
makes it. Ogden
Nice.
is about to run away in fear when he steels himself against it, knowing that his friends need him here, and shakes it off.
Yeah. Shakes it off. Shakes it off. Ooh, ah.
Yep. And then the creature snarls and moves right up in Ogden's space.
Ah.
Iris.
I see.
It moved away from me. God damn it. Doesn't it know I have a touch
Ogden
attack?
hit it and then shook off the fear.
Iris will just go ahead and attack it twice, I guess.
Okay.
Since
You
it's
got
coming
herring
up.
on that first
And
one.
I've got herring fire on that first attack, yeah. So that's a 13, which is actually plus whatever, and a 19 to hit. This is
Ooh, I
against
believe for
DAC.
carrying fire. Let's see where we at. EAC. The second, the 19 will hit for 5 electric damage.
Was hoping
Nice.
so. And is it?
And-
Sorry, I meant to do this at the beginning, but is it a free action to try and recall knowledge, try and identify something?
Yeah, it's a free action to do a regular recall.
And is it a humanoid or monstrous humanoid?
Um,
Because I can only do this for humanoids and monstrous
it is
humanoids.
not.
Okay.
Could make
done.
a mysticism check.
No, not going to.
Okay.
Nope, I
Add-
refuse.
Can I make that mysticism check?
You can try.
Okay. Let us try. 25.
That'll do it. That's a Barghest.
Okay.
You recall. They're evil, extraplanar, shape-changing outsiders.
Okay, that's a bad thing.
Yes, it is definitely a bad thing. 25, so you get 2 pieces of relevant, useful information. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, instead of asking you guys anymore, I think I'll just tell you the things that will be most useful in defeating it. How about that?
Thanks.
That might
Serious
be
thing.
quicker.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
Accepted.
Yeah.
You recall that they can change shape. They have one specific goblinoid form and one specific wolf form. So
Okay.
you see that. They can also devour a non-evil humanoid's corpse as a full round action.
Oh,
The
That is very fast eating.
That's
when
really fast.
well, so and then if they do this, they get mechanically a growth point and it increases their CR.
oh,
So yeah,
yikes.
indeed eat people.
Well, I'm
Other
glad
than
you got
that,
away from the captain.
Well, here's hoping the
Yeah.
captain is evil. I've never wished that before, but I really hope the captain is evil.
they are spellcasters, as you've also seen, but they don't have any specific resistances other than they have DR5 magic.
I don't like that. I cast
That
magic.
just means don't hit him with kinetic attacks.
No,
Yeah,
the
DR5.
DR5.
Other way around.
Yes, it is. DR refers to damage resistance, which is kinetic damage. So she resists any non-magical damage for 5 points. If you have a magical kinetic weapon, you bypass that DR.
Okay.
If you have an energy weapon or a spell, you don't care. Unless
Okay,
the spell does. No, the spell would be magical kinetic
Or-
damage anyway, so.
Or
Cool.
a weapon with a fusion on it counts as
Or-
magical attacks.
Yes.
I'm just gonna cast Hazard again into this
Okay.
corner.
Yeah,
Wait.
sure.
5.
She's sickened, so she has a -2. Don't cast it. Don't cast it right here. Please
Yeah,
cast
no,
it right
no.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, and listeners, that is it's got a 5-foot range, and I'm projecting to a cross points that is not include Ogden, my good friend Ogden.
Almost,
Ogden-
but not quite.
Ogden appreciates this. Yeah, it's getting pretty close, but
Yeah, well, not everything's
It's not-
yeah.
Or
so-
shooting hand grenades.
Yeah, it's not the like most cramped bridge of a ship I've ever seen, but it's certainly not feeling too roomy in here right now.
Well, you are in there with Barghest.
Yeah.
Barghest on the
Barghest
bridge.
in there, yeah.
Basically
So that was a free action to recall.
Mhm.
What else would you like to do?
So now she's going to cast Hazard, and basically she has to sort of dismiss fatigue and casts Hazard. Let's see. So reflex
Like save from the Barghest.
Put double brackets around the 1d3 list.
Yep, double brackets. But good job getting the reflex save in there. It's much appreciated. Has a DC 12 reflex save that it makes. Is that for half?
It's for no.
I think it just negates.
And that is counting the second in because you ticked it off on the sheet.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That is a ludicrously low DC, though. Are we sure that's right?
It's a cantrip,
level-
so you add the spell's level to the DC.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah.
I would have rolled a 1 anyway, guys. It doesn't matter.
Forget it then.
It manages to dodge past your hazard spell. You still have a move action. Should you like it?
Well, sadly, I don't have a syringe of healing serum anymore. But I guess I'll go over by the captain. There we go. Done.
All right. Ogden. There's a Barghest in your face.
There is a Barghest in my face. I'm going to do something that's probably very foolish, and I'm going to move away from this Barghest. Drawing a healing serum from my pocket as I go. Unfortunately, I don't have Quicker Trickler, so I can't pour a healing serum down his throat as a standard action. Still one of the funniest things, I think.
It's a funny feat. It's not a good feat.
It is a funny feat, and it's not one that Ogden is going to be taking.
I'm just glad it exists.
It is a good feat because, giving somebody a healing serum, as much as people house rule it takes much longer than people house rule it too.
Sure.
It is not
So
a state reaction.
So Ogden draws the healing serum. He has 3 things: pistol, healing serum, syringe in his tail. And he is going to choose to shoot with the because I could load a healing serum into a gun, but I don't have him attuned to my custom microlab, so I can't hit him without making an attack roll. And I also would have to do damage to him, which is not a good idea. So
the
now that you know
Barghest
all
is
of-
going to try and
please
fight
do.
you.
Yes.
Move away. Does a 13 hit your KAC?
No, it doesn't. But a 14
That's
would have.
staying
So Ogden is going to hiss in like not like fear, but like that was close as he runs away from it towards the captain, and is then going to whip around, shoot it one more time before he administers to his patient, I think. Unless I could make a medicine check as a standard action to try and stabilize him. Is that a thing I can do?
You can make a medicine check to glance over and assess his condition as a free action if you like.
As a free... Okay. I will start with that, because I don't want this guy to die. Oh, hi, motorcycle gang. Hello, yes.
So rude, that motorcycle gang.
That's a 23 medicine
I
check.
just love the show, and they like driving.
He doesn't
by, so you can hear it.
He doesn't appear to be in danger of dying. He appears to be unconscious, but his breathing is normal.
Okay. So he doesn't mechanically count as a corpse then, does he? So we don't have to worry about the Barghests thing just yet. Yeah. Good. So Ogden takes all that in an instant and is then going to whip around. And as I said, he is really going to shoot this Barghest with his cost eject. That is only an 11 versus EAC.
That'll miss.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Lasko is glad that Ogden was able to identify that she has DR versus physical, because he was about to switch to his melee weapon. What was that?
That was actually Adelaide.
Oh.
Adelaide.
Glad that Adelaide identified this, because he was about to switch to his baton. But so instead, he will just continue firing. This pistol has served me well so far. I mean, not like that well. I've missed several times. That's another failed to trick attack. I can't roll above a 7. And a 17 to hit EAC.
That will hit EAC for 3 points of electric damage.
3 non-lethal, just in case that happens to be the last one.
No. No.
A rat can dream.
Lozu is going to repeat her parrying fire. And succeed at that. So the next attack will get a +2. And then she's going to move sort of around behind this console to get some cover. The Barghest is infuriated with Ogden because it failed to eat him. Moves up and tries to bite.
You gotta corpse me first.
Bite. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, she'll.
Oh.
It's a real grim version of take me to dinner first.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a bite. I'm sorry, Ogden. That is a successful bite.
Okay.
For 12 points of slashing damage.
Oh, God!
That's a big
It rips into your arm, like almost tearing it from your body.
I am more than halfway through hit points now.
Yeah.
I had stamina left.
It did roll max damage. It can't do any more damage than that in one hit.
Okay, well, that's good. It needs to roll near max damage to drop me one more time. So we'll see what happens. We got to finish this thing quick. As if that wasn't already, the case. But
that's her turn, Iris.
Try
What do you do
shooting
about
her with
this?
your gun.
I think I might just try shooting it with my gun.
Yeah.
Once.
It's the old standby.
It's a 16 to hit EAC.
16 will hit EAC.
Better hit EAC.
For 5 points of damage.
5 non-lethal electricity damage. And
Nice.
let's go
Move
ahead
action?
and I don't know. I kind of like where I am. I'm going to stay here.
All right.
Kind of hunker down there, yeah.
All right, Adelaide. was muted.
Yeah, I was pressing 1 when I meant to press tilde. So you missed my groan.
Do it again.
Sorry, mid boss.
I know. I
You
just
got
don't
this. I
have
believe in
any.
you.
I don't have any spells. I don't have any weapons. I never bought her a gun.
Grab Ogden's pistol out of his head. He's got that. No.
That's a move. That's a move.
Oh, hold on. You're standing right over me.
Have you considered your list of cantrips?
I'm looking. Yeah, I mean, like, basically, my only cantrips though are fatigue and hazard.
Well,
So-
she's got a -2 penalty to her saves against hazard, and it's only like that's only a D. It's a D3 versus like my pistol's only doing a D4, and my
Okay.
syringe stick's only doing a D3.
Rameem does have an azimuth laser pistol on his belt.
Cool. I grab that. And shoot.
And that's a 1d4 fire. So. Yeah, D20 plus base attack bonus plus dexterity. 19, that'll hit. Oh wait, Ogden's. Well, I guess we can do it. Give me a D4 for damage. 2 damage to that Barghest. Nice. So as a move action to grab Rameem's pistol and a standard to fire it. Ogden.
Ogden really hated getting almost bitten to death by that. So I think he's gonna hold on to that healing serum. He knows that the captain is not in danger of dying just yet. He's in a very vulnerable position, but so are we all at this point. So Ogden is going to fight for his life and use his syringe stick to deliver a. We're going to deliver a sedative to her. So syringe stab. Please be good. Please be a good roll. That's a 6.
Ooh, that is not a good roll.
It's not a good roll.
It is a miss.
And we're gonna guarded step over here.
All right.
I should have full attacked. There's no risk to full attacking with melee weapons and my things. But okay, that's my turn.
All right, Lasco.
Anyone have any bets on whether my trick attack will succeed this time?
I bet it's going to.
I don't think
This would
it's
be like
gonna.
number
I was gonna
7.
say, the odds just keep going up that you're gonna roll better, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
did,
that'll
I did.
do it. That is a trick.
But it doesn't matter if the attack misses.
I swear.
And it
didn't.
Oh, what a treat.
Yay.
It's 6 points of electric damage to the Barghest, and it's looking like your attacks are really starting to get to it. Lozu repeats her harrying fire and not give it to you guys this time. She's going to stay behind that desk. Oh no.
Oh no, what?
You know, Lasco is now the bigger threat. Let's come over here and bite Lasco. Generals
Lasco's
around.
down.
Then
anger.
Ogden's going to make an attack of opportunity on her.
Do it.
This will be with that sedative in it still. Come on, give me a crit. It's not a crit, but that's a 13 versus KAC.
No,
Yeah,
not
all right.
enough.
That's fine.
Having been hit by Lasco with electricity damage, Jinceroga whirls around and launches herself at Lasco. Ooh, that hits for 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh, I could have taken that.
Lasco takes it. And grits
Like a
his
rat.
teeth, glaring.
Cyrus?
I've fought bigger things than you, he mutters.
Leaf, you dead?
No, I'm just worried because full attacking is probably not a great idea, but I like the idea of fishing for crits. We're gonna fish
You also
for
have a
crits.
+2 to the
Fish for
first attack.
crits. Fish sword crits.
Hey.
Those both hit.
Yeah, there you go.
So 3 damage and then 4 damage for a total of 7. Ooh, that Barghest is not looking great. Adelaide.
All right. Well, Shall I shoot it or shall I try a spell?
Why don't you shoot her? We should try and take her alive.
Oh, I guess. Very well. And she will remember to add in her dex, because it's a nice dex, and, it's useful to have. Oh, she gets a 7 because she...
Ooh, that's a miss.
Sounds about right.
Shot goes wild.
Would you like your move action?
No.
Nom 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 nom.
All right.
Ogden.
Ogden is going to step over here and is going to plant the finishing blow in this Barghest if he does well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards, heart of the dice. Gotta believe in the heart of the dice. Is Lasco flanking, perchance?
Yes.
He is.
Ah, love it.
Oh, yeah, he did pull out his melee weapon. Didn't use it.
No teeth.
Oh, teeth.
That's
Also
a 14. I didn't forget. This is with the sedative still loaded into it. That's a 14 versus KAC. Oh, 16 versus KAC.
Because you're flanking versus KAC is not quite enough.
No! Oh my god. All right.
Lasco.
For the heart of the cards.
I should have believed in the heart of the dice. There are no cards here.
Oh,
Classic
critical error.
blunder.
That was your first mistake.
What was my second? That's my turn. It's Lasco's turn, Simon.
Lasco.
Lasco is flanking and has a weapon and has teeth, but all of them are vulnerable to damage resistance. So instead, he says, see if you can keep up, and sprints down the hallway.
Oh, what now? Barghest is going to try to bite you as you run off.
That's fine.
Bite. Come on. Roll 20. Cooperate. Ooh, that's going to hit.
So I do have mobility, which brings it up to 19, but...
Yeah, but that's a 28.
Yeah, it's a lot higher than 19.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't even going to tell you. I'm trying not to discourage you by telling you how...
Just tell me the number.
To hit. It's 7 slashing damage as you run off.
All right. And right before the doors close behind him, he takes a shot at her.
Come on, big numbers. Ooh, that'll trick.
Yeah.
And since that's
15 versus flat-footed ESD.
that will do it.
For 7 damage.
7 points of damage.
Does she go down?
Nice. No, not quite.
And the door closes.
Pretty beat up. As Lasco blows the smoke off of his pulsecaster pistol. Lozu is gonna move up a little bit to get a shot for harrying fire. With her pistol. Oh, and fail miserably. Jinceroga is now mad at Iris. Iris did a bunch of damage. Well, I guess Lasco also did a bunch of damage, but he's out of line of sight.
I was gonna say, Iris is more accessible, I think.
Iris is more accessible. Comes over here and attempts to bite Iris.
Gosh darn it.
I don't think they can fail to bite Iris.
Oh no. Yeah, that's gonna bite Iris. For 8 slashing damage.
Oh, she moved away from me. I was distracted by Twitch.
Yep, you can try to stab.
I would like to stab. It occurs to me, even if I stab, this is not magical damage, so I don't stab anyway.
No stab. Iris.
Magic.
What do you
Nothing
do
but
with Barghest?
Gosh, yeah. 5 foot shift backwards
Okay.
and fire for 19 to hit.
Nice.
Ooh,
5
that'll hit
damage.
for 5 damage. This Barghest looks like they're hanging on by a thread, folks.
Messing
Adelaide.
with the wrong android.
Man,
Obviously.
I wish I knew how to like boost things or something. That'd be cool. But all I can do is just fire. Oh god, this is
You
scary.
gonna fish for crits?
Yeah, sure. Let's do
Which
it.
effectively just gives you a d20 because you have +4. So
Mhm.
2d.
14.
14's not quite enough. Try again.
2.
Oh, that's a natural.
We got a natural toot. Toot toot.
Give her some toots in chat. Make her feel better. Ogden,
All right.
you gonna take down
Ogden.
the Barghest?
Ogden's going to take down this Barghest this turn. It's going to happen.
I believe.
Thanks. Ogden takes a single shot. He's going to make it non-lethal. So this is unfortunately at a -4. Is that worth it? I think it's worth it. I might not hit. -4 to this. I wouldn't have hit anyway. It's another natural toot. Toot toot.
Toot toot.
I can't
come
keep
on.
pressing this button, Tom. I'll run out of
Man.
points.
Yeah. I'm at
push the button.
9,400. How many points have you spent?
Yeah,
Not many.
got so many.
All right. Oh, that's a lot of toots. All right. That's my
So many
turn.
toots.
Yeah. Let's go. Lasco, tag in.
Lasco is
Lasco.
surprised that these doors didn't open again, so he will move up to see where she
I
is.
mean, that turned to 6 seconds, right? So they closed, and then they registered that you were still out there, and they opened again.
Yeah. Well, I also imagine that like he was 10 feet away, so maybe they don't even register as coming in.
Yeah, probably about 5 feet away is where they usually
Yeah.
register.
Yeah. So he like moves up, they open. He glances around the room real quick and sees her, and then takes a quick shot.
Big numbers. Come on, big numbers. Oh, that'll hit CR. Oh,
Nice.
that'll hit.
Yes.
Woo!
The Barghest hits the floor.
Yes.
Yes.
You are out
that
of
was
combat.
non-lethal, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Non-lethal.
With a non-lethal pistol. Thank you,
Non-lethal,
Buckstubble, for the +1.
non-lethal.
Good to see you.
Iris will approach the Barghest and put a set of binders on it now that it's unconscious.
Ogden crosses over to the captain and is going to.
As you guys are crossing over there, the captain sort of regains consciousness. Oh gosh, dang it, you took his pistol. He can't do the narrative thing. Oh,
Oops.
he doesn't regain consciousness. I take it back.
He has 2 pistols, Nick. What a surprise.
There's 2 pistols. What a surprise! He pulls one out of his boot and he takes a shot at the Barghest, hitting it and rendering it dead.
All right, Iris is going to go ahead and shoot the captain with his pulsecaster rifle.
Simon, what have you done?
Wait,
no,
what?
no, hold on. Stop.
You're just making it worse.
Ogden
Wait,
is
we
going
can't
to
arrest the
stand.
captain.
Ogden stands in front of the captain.
Hold on. I have a tiny bit more narration before you guys do anything crazy. Gasping in her last breaths, Jinceroga, you fools, being deceived. He isn't.
What was that? I'm so sorry, Nick. You were cutting out.
What? All my great acting.
It only makes it more mysterious.
Being deceived. He isn't. Bleh.
Okay, you fools. Being deceived. He isn't.
Okay.
Lozu is oh, thank goodness. You saved us all. Thank you so much. and Rameem is like sitting up over here.
Ogden,
Damn that Barghest.
Ogden eyes the captain suspiciously now. Why did you shoot her? She was unconscious. She was on the floor.
Try to take my ship. I'm the only law out here.
Well, that's just not true. We had the situation under control.
This is still the thing, guys. The captains are still the law on their own ship. Technically, you two are not the law here. He is the law here.
We had the situation under control. It would have been,
but you're the GM, I guess.
It would have been very beneficial to question her as to what her true purpose was on this ship. Her goblins were tearing apart your ship, looking for something.
Isn't it obvious? She wanted to take my ship.
Yes, but why? Why was she wanting to take your ship? That's the frustrating thing here, to not know.
Point of order, Adelaide got a 20 total, and sense motive.
Yeah, he appears to be telling you the truth.
Can I also roll a sense motive?
Sure.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's a 13. So
He
continues,
he says, I took a big risk laying those goblins on my ship, but their credits spend as well as anyone else's. I haven't had issues like this in the past.
Do you believe that she was responsible for the other malfunctions in the ship?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
Have you been able to locate Jinceroga? Not Jinceroga, sorry.
Jinceroga's on the floor.
Yeah. Sorry. The missing...
The security chief.
Her name is Algaida Iom.
No.
Yes, have you seen...
No, I haven't.
Still concerning, then.
Pushes himself off the floor. I'm just glad you got here when you did. Thank you for saving my life.
Of course. It is the least we could do.
Can you tell us more about what occurred here? Why was she permitted on the ship why was she permitted on the bridge when we were not? What did she say when she got here?
She stormed the bridge. Lozu was coming in, giving me an update on Algaida's disappearance, and she got in. It's just lucky that Lozu had disabled the lock so that you could make it in as well.
And did she say anything before she started firing and or biting?
She was raving something, but honestly, you got here right after she did.
Lozu, what did you see? Adelaide asks.
I got here just moments before you did. She burst her way in and grabbed the captain. I didn't know what to do.
Sensing motive, just because I like being safe.
You can't keep on doing it. Eventually you're rolling at 20.
Well, she did. That is indeed a nat.
Yeah. Man, I wish I'd rolled that on the captain.
Well, we will...
Where have you been before this? We had evidence that you'd been assaulted.
Ogden's eyes narrow.
What? Me? No, I haven't been assaulted.
Well, clearly the evidence here suggests that you were not, as you are indeed here. Perhaps we were mistaken, Lasco. Ogden looks pointedly at Lasco.
Mistaken, of course.
Yes, many strange things going on this ship.
Indeed. If you don't mind, I'd like to go lay down for a bit.
Of course, you've been through a lot. Would you like me to look at your wound?
He sort of touches the spot on his neck. It would be much appreciated.
Of course, yes. Ogden will just make a medicine check to, try and treat deadly wounds. And
Treat deadly wounds restores some number of hit points, I believe.
yes, it does. It is his character level. I don't know how you calculate that for NPCs. And I even beat the 25 DC, but my intelligence modifier is 0, so he doesn't get any extra back.
So, just 2. You managed to patch it up.
Mhm.
While I'm... Give me a perception check as you're doing this.
Yes. I had another thing that Ogden would like to do as well. That's a 25 perception.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
Okay. Ogden presumably has some, he's using cloth and whatnot, and there might be some blood that he is going to, dispose of. And he puts it back into his microlab in his kit as he's cleaning up. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary necessarily, but he would like to take some of that blood.
Sure. You put the bloody rags back into your bag.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
You should be all right now, Captain. Why don't you go lie down?
Thank you. I like I said before, I appreciate your help. Oh, when we get to port, I'll refund your I'm
Passage.
blanking on the word.
Passage fee.
Fair?
Passage.
Fair.
Your fare.
Word.
That's what you're looking
Yep.
for. All your fares, and thanks for what you've done here today.
Ooh.
And Rameem is going to head to his quarters down the hall.
Okay.
He tells Lozy that she is temporarily in command, and Lozy takes the captain's chair in his absence.
All right. Ogden looks to the rest of the gang, says, well, perhaps I'm feeling tired. It might be a good idea to go back to our quarters and relax. What do you all say?
Agreed.
Agreed. I'm quite fatigued. And you
Yes.
notice that her hair isn't quite as bouncy as normal. Her eyeliner's a little smudged. She's just looking rough for Adelaide.
Yeah, I mean, Lasco's bleeding, but he's hiding it.
On your way back to your rooms, you notice that Song and Grass are dragging the tied up goblins to the cargo hold. No, they're dragging them back to their room, and they have thrown them in and they throw them in and shut the door.
Iris will assist and make sure that the goblins have enough provisions to last them to get to where we're going, but then do a security override on the lock so they can't get back out.
I mean,
I
if
wonder
you
if we
throw
have a-
in that dead one, they could eat him.
There is no
Song and
deadline.
Garth
No, yeah, we
took their keys,
Okay.
so they couldn't get out.
Luckily, I am next door to them, so I will hear if they're trying to, I don't know, chew through the wall or something.
Oh, they're definitely
and
going to do that.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that these rooms would be able to be put in a lockdown mode in case you needed to keep anyone detained for a journey or something. So I'm sure it
Right.
essentially is a prison cell.
That room is going to be ruined. It's going to need to all be redone.
Oh yeah, no, that was true
Yep,
before
culture.
all of this happened.
That's true. They had pulled all the feathers out of the bed and They've broken the mirrors and
Because I
They're
just
burning
remember
against feathers.
you explaining it. Yeah, like the first day, like we got a glimpse inside the room and it was torn to shreds already.
Yep, it's true. Yep.
Mm.
They're
Gonna
Not
take
good
some
path.
serious steam cleaning.
yeah.
Demon
Is there
World
anything
won't get that out.
is there anything special you guys would like to touch on before you hit the hay?
Iris is just making a mental log of all of this stuff. All of the days happening, so he remembers exactly how to make a detailed report when he gets home and who needs arresting and what.
Ogden is he's going to look in his microlab and work on something for a bit, checking those blood samples, seeing if they match up to the samples that we found on the model of the Adari.
They do. Oddly enough. At least
Ogden
mostly.
Mostly.
There are some weird markers in there, but as far as you can tell, it's Kasatha blood.
Interesting. Ogden,
You get a little
you know.
ping from Adelaide, asking, "Oh, by the way, did the blood on the Adari match the blood that you got from the captain?"
Ogden ignores this for now.
Curiosity face emoji.
It's my emoji.
Ogden nods to himself as he checks these samples. Brow furrows a little bit when he sees the different, the artifacts and whatnot. Slight weird things, but he'll put it away for now and make sure that his door is locked and then go to sleep.
Simon is
That's
talking,
cool.
but he's
Yeah, I figured it out. Lesko will probably, after people have gone to their rooms, leave his room and go to Ogden's room and quietly ask, "I took a pretty severe laceration along this shoulder. Do you have any bandages?"
Yes, I can. Ogden's in pajamas and a nightcap and stuff like that, but he says, "Yes, come in. I'll take a look." Sidebar. Thank you, Trippy Darlin. You're a monster throwing all these gift subs out.
It's true.
So a good monster. Ogden will take out his microlab again and begin administering to Lasco with a what I get 22 medicine check.
How much does
So-
that heal?
That is your level, so 2.
Not a lot. I'll take it, though.
Not a lot.
Don't we get our level in HP back when we take a long rest too? Isn't that
I
how that
believe
works?
so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
So-
every little bit counts. Rebuttoning up as...
Ogden
Yeah,
might want to
rebuttoning
try and treat deadly wounds on himself before he goes to bed too,
Yeah.
I just thought of that. Yeah. I'll treat myself
because
as well.
you're not going to recover all your hit points overnight.
No, goodness no.
Rebuttoning his suit, Lasko will say, "It's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Velheit. Hopefully this business is behind us, although somehow I doubt it."
Yes. This situation is not resolved yet, I think. We'll have to stay on the lookout. We still need to find Al-Qaeda Iom.
Yes.
But yes.
See you in the morning.
Sleep well.
And yourself.
And Ogden will, as the door shuts, he'll think to himself, "All right, I should, look at myself." And he gets a 24 on his own medicine check, so he also gets 2 hit points back.
All right. And then everyone will regain their level overnight and all their stamina back. So go ahead and mark that on your tokens. We'll come back shortly because it is about time for a break and pick up with where these guys take their investigation in the morning. Because now they've caught Jinceroga trying to take over the ship, presumably to steal its cargo and the ship itself, which is immensely more valuable than the cargo, but also more upkeep. So they have a couple of leads to follow up on, and we'll see where they take it in the morning. We will be back at 1 after the hour, whatever your time zone is. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good break. I know I did. I got more coffee, as is necessary to deal with these delinquents. Everyone find the bathroom all right? Tom?
I'm here, aren't I?
You did. You made it back.
Yep.
Therefore, the house did not eat you this week. That's good. I think Leaf's house almost ate him.
Or
Yeah.
maybe the house did eat me, and I've been replaced with someone who looks exactly like me.
I mean, as long as it
No.
acts the same as you, what's the difference?
How could that happen?
In a way, isn't continuity of consciousness an illusion, and the Tom we have today is different than the Tom we had yesterday?
Oh goodness. Okay, no,
All right,
no
I can't do this right now.
Let's play Starfinder.
I told you about my existential crisis this morning. I don't need more.
More
Alright, alright.
crises. Before the break, these guys saved the captain from the Barghest Jinceroga. She is dead, and the goblins are now trapped in their room. They still don't know what happened to security chief Al-Qaeda Iom. But I don't think our intrepid investigators are ready to give up on that just yet. They do have a map that they took off the goblins' bodies that seems to suggest the existence of a secret smuggler compartment somewhere on board.
Mm-hmm.
They took the night to rest up, and now it is the following morning.
Yeah, why don't we meet up again at breakfast if the chef is still serving it?
Yeah. When you guys go to breakfast, Song has prepared a glorious breakfast for you.
Oh, he
Oh,
likes us now?
You did save the ship.
Yeah, we saved the captain. We're big dang
Song
heroes
has
now.
prepared very tall stacks of pancakes for all of you, and pulled out all the stops.
Pancakes are
Fresh-
just waffles that aren't trying hard enough.
no, I prefer pancakes, actually.
And
Wow,
fresh
rude.
cream and 3 kinds of syrup and eggs and bacon and everything you could possibly desire.
Is there Taylor ham?
Sure, they're Taylor ham.
Sweet, thanks.
I don't know what Taylor ham is.
Yeah,
It's a New Jersey thing. I'm so glad you asked. It's the meat of my people.
Now, Simon.
Is it just a dead pig or what?
Oh yeah, no, it's like the worst parts of the pig ground up into a roll, and then you slice it. And-
Just the eyes, the hooves, and the butt.
It's like Iberico ham. Think about that, and then completely take it and reverse it. There you go.
So it's like boiled ham, right? Like, you know how boiled ham is just sort of, it's a cube of ham. It didn't start that way. Taylor ham is very similar, except it's, some people erroneously call it Canadian bacon. Other people erroneously call it pork roll. It is Taylor ham. But
Got it.
Oh,
Canadian
it's
bacon. You
Canadian
could have just
bacon.
stopped there.
Okay, yeah, you could have just said that. Yeah, everybody knows what Canadian bacon is.
Yeah. And since
That's
everyone
what
knows it
normal
as
people call
that does make it the real name.
no.
It
You're
must
all
be
wrong.
almost East Coast,
Don't you know
I think.
anything about New Jersey, guys?
Taylor ham?
I'm gonna convince him he's wrong.
If you
I know
ever
as
get
much-
over here, I will buy you
I-
a Taylor egg and cheese, and you will be changed.
Look, I know as
all
much
I'm-
as I need to know about New Jersey. There are diners
Oh.
there, and you can't make left turns.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I don't like the idea of my ham being tailored. That's all I got to say about that.
But it's tailored specifically for you, Leaf.
But like
It's
the fact that you had to
ham.
tailor it the
Bespoke ham. All right. Petition to make that the new name.
Agreed. That can replace Canadian.
Even Canadian? Okay, no. This is no.
Okay, back to the game. Back to the game.
So
That's
there's
what people are here
some-
for.
There's some Taylor ham at this wonderful breakfast, and that's where we left off.
Yes.
Wow, I feel like this ham was made just for me.
Thanks so much, Song. You really tailored this breakfast to us.
Each of the tailored hams is like cooked in the shape of our face.
Not foreboding at all. Definitely just delicious.
Yeah, actually, now that I think of it, that's sort of threatening.
Yeah, Iris refuses to eat his own face. Their own face.
All right.
Not-
Then
not
each of them
that
looks like Jinceroga's face.
Still no. Still not into it.
Yeah, that's
No, he
somehow
tried.
worse.
Yep.
Y'all
So
meet up at
Pan-
breakfast.
Yep.
It looks like pretty much everyone has shown up this morning. Everybody who walked in stopped by your table to thank you for saving the ship from Jinceroga and her goblins.
Let's go nods.
Iris is always make sure to hit the point that it's all part of the job.
Remy makes a mimosa toast, and everyone does a hip hip hooray.
Mimosas.
Yay.
Excellent. Yeah. Ogden will just sort of nod as well with everybody else. We're all playing it cool.
After the stream of fans, Lasco will initiate a quiet conversation amongst the table. As appreciative as I am of our admirers, and as useful as it may be, I don't think that we've answered all of the questions that I have.
I agree.
Has anyone had a chance to look at this map?
Who had the
If you
map?
can call it a map.
Iris
Sounds
has
like
the map.
Lasco had the map.
Oh.
Lasco, of course, had a chance to look at the map, and he takes it out of his chest pocket and spreads it out discreetly on the table. Maybe putting a plate of tailored ham right next to it to cover it up from the rest of the cafeteria.
Hold on. You put this goblin pillowcase in your pocket? Yo, it probably had goblin slime on it, and now you're putting it on the table.
No, I laundered it.
Here's what I want to see happen instead.
We'll erase the map.
I took a photo of it. It's like,
there you go.
No, there's no need for that. And I simply cast a photo onto the table.
Oh yeah, that's way better. That happened instead of what I did.
Sci-fi.
Lasco goes to pull the dirty pillowcase out of his pocket, and then Adelaide just kind of pushes his hand back into the pocket.
No, Lasco didn't do it. It's not in character. I'm revising history.
Rewriting history. It's a dangerous thing.
That's not how it happened.
Let me try again.
Okay.
So yes, what does this map look like? I don't suppose you have a handout?
We made it.
I do not have a handout. It is a
That's very
roughly drawn map of the ship with a few locations marked with big black X's. It looks like it was drawn with one of those giant Sharpies by little goblin.
Can you
Are
bring
we
us
able
to
to
the
tell-
ship map and show us where those X's are?
Yeah, are we able to tell roughly where they are?
Yeah, you're able to tell roughly where they are.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Mechanically speaking, this map will give you a bonus to locate that smuggler's compartment. Exactly where the X's are. Huge deal.
I see.
Okay.
Alright.
So X's don't matter. The map is a floating bonus for us. That's fine. That's cool. So we'll study it, and that'll be where we get the bonus from. And Ogden will say, this map brings up an interesting idea that perhaps this ship has secrets that we have not discovered yet. Do we think that this could be where we might find Miss Algaida Io? If she's being kept prisoner, or if she has been killed, perhaps we might find her in this smuggler's compartment.
Yes, we seem to be out of good suspects, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't keep looking.
On the topic of suspects, I happened to save some of the blood samples from last night, and Ogden looks around as he's saying this. I checked the captain's blood against the blood of the sample that we got from the Adari. It mostly checks out. and when I say mostly, I mean that there are some odd inconsistencies. Is that how you described it, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely Kasatha blood, but they're just like some weird markers that
Okay, yeah.
you wouldn't
Some-
normally see.
Maybe extra stuff, or just yeah.
Like it's RH plus plus. Like there's too many H's on it.
Mhm. So it appears to be Kasathan blood, but there are some artifacts in it. Could be contamination from I was just cleaning him up with whatever I had on me, but we should keep an eye on the captain, I think.
Have you seen anything like this in the past?
No, unfortunately.
So the corruption of the sample by your crude way of collecting it seems like the most likely explanation.
It's quite possible. The captain seemed genuine in his response to the situation. I don't really have much of a reason, now with this especially, much of a reason to suspect him of foul play.
I appreciate you bringing it up, Ms. Forthwith.
Speaking as someone who deals not only with the most possible, but with the also possible, what else could it be other than contamination? Could the captain simply have taken certain substances in between the time that he was hit by the model? Or is it more intrinsic? Is it genetic?
We're talking about a genetic level of analysis, so I don't... It's a good question, but I do not believe anything that he ingested could have modified his genetic structure.
This might be an odd question, but if you had run such tests with the hobgoblin before and after her transformation, would there have been genetic signals then? Or would it have always matched?
That's a very interesting question. Could I, so we saw the hobgoblin turned into a Barghest, right? That's what
Right.
it's called. Yeah, Barghest.
Like
Could I,
two distinct forms that are both them. There would probably be some differences.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you'd probably get about the same kind of a conclusion on your test. Like it just inconclusive.
Yeah.
Could the captain have... Oh, sorry.
It could result in changes. We would probably see some similarities between the before and after. But without a proper sample, I couldn't exactly say.
Then could the captain be could he have a different form? I don't know of anything with Kasatha's changing form as a matter of fact, but, it's a strange world we live in.
Yes, I mean, there's the talk of the lizard people that secretly run all of our societies, isn't there? And all the crazy conspiracy theories. But I don't know. As you know, anything is possible.
Unless someone else has a hypothesis to raise, let's move on from this.
Yes.
Does anyone object to our spending this morning following this map and investigating each of these spots for either the presence of the security chief's body or anything else that looks out of the ordinary?
I think that sounds like an excellent course of action.
It seems to be the only lead we have.
Perhaps we should start out at where the goblins were dismantling. That was just back out and down the hall, if I recall correctly.
It
Yes.
was indeed.
That sounds fine, Marshall.
Perhaps we could invite the engineer along. I'm curious to see what he makes of this. We don't need to tell him everything.
I think it's best to leave them out of it for now.
Oh,
But
them. Yes, sorry.
but
Pronouns.
perhaps down the line we can call for them if we do require their assistance. I like where you're thinking.
Very well.
All right.
And Iris will go ahead and just get up from the table, assuming everybody's done eating, even if they're not.
Yeah.
Adelaide's go-to. Oh yeah. Adelaide's go-to mentality is, why should I have to learn how to do it when I can get someone else to do it for me?
So
Ogden.
privileged.
Ogden scarfs down another pancake and some tailored ham, and then is going to
Indeed.
rise as well.
Rolls it up
Alright.
like a.
Not the first
You know
time.
This is not helping me with my hunger issue right now, guys.
I'm so sorry.
Talking
15
about
minutes.
breakfast foods. Listen, that was just enough time to go to the bathroom and get a banana with peanut butter.
Multitask, Leif. Multitask.
Oh,
I cannot
No.
cook myself French toast.
Let's not
and
consider
go
this
to the bathroom.
conversation further. We're going to inspect the damage by the goblin.
All
You're
right.
I
really
wanna
smart
argue, though.
investigators. Hang on, I wasn't finished arguing. Yeah, no.
May we
Go
see the
outside.
map of the ship?
Oh,
I'm only
did I give you
seeing
guys a
the
map?
bridge. I mean, just like the main map that put us on.
I did, yes.
The map.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Main
that map. It's a beautiful map.
It is.
It is.
Nice ship.
It's quite a nice map.
So we were actually in the on like
You were in
Up here?
this corridor
Oh,
by the.
there. That's where we were, right?
Yes.
So we just have to
As
go out
this is-
into the hallway.
Yep, we just
Yeah.
sort of open the doors.
Yeah, so you
And-
guys start there with the first X. You guys want to take 20 to search this hall, or do you guys want to do perception checks?
I don't think
I
we're in a
think-
rush.
Yeah, are we in
Yeah.
a rush? Because there's no really perceived rush, but maybe we make a round of perception checks before we take 20s, or should we just
let's just
say
take
we're
20.
20s? Okay.
Okay, you
I
guys
don't-
thoroughly search this hall.
I'm going to turn on my scanner, and should we just all tell you what our bonuses are then? So you,
Yes.
I have a plus 10 with my scanner.
The reason Leif asked that question is because he wanted to say how big his bonus is.
Yeah.
Yes, that is entirely the reason I wanted to say that. No other.
Well,
None of
I
us have a
myself
plus
am
10.
sitting. I myself am sitting pretty at a plus 12.
Ooh,
What?
I feel one upped. Oh no!
I'm a
You
very
got two
observant
up,
Vesk.
son.
My masculinity
be
is
a-
challenged.
Yeah. Look at the
He's a
size of his
wisdom
perception.
build. Hey, look, if
Yeah.
it makes you feel any better, Adelaide's is a 2.
Oh, yes, we can all focus on making fun of Adelaide instead of how much better Tom is than I am.
Oh, please. I just happened to take pulling the curtain back. Vesk in comm have an option to get a sizable racial bonus to their perception checks, and it trades out. Funnily enough, your bonus to fear saves. So.
Listen, I'm just glad to have a plus 10 at level 2 as a soldier. That is frankly unheard of because,
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah.
perception's definitely not needed as a soldier. You don't need to see things. You don't need to be able to see what you're shooting at.
No, of course not.
Pick out that
Why
ambush in
even-
the forest as you're like making your way. Yeah, no, that's not.
That's why you just, you always get a mystic. Right?
Get
Right.
that mystic.
All right. Do we find the secrets?
You poke around this hallway for a bit, and don't find anything. So you move on to the next mark on the map.
hmm
Take your time and poke around there for a while.
Yeah.
Finally, you not finding anything there either. You move on to the last place that's marked on the map, and taking a 20 to search once again. You do find a hidden keypad panel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And
How
the faint
exciting.
Who do you suppose gave them this map?
It looks like they made it themselves.
Well, yes, but
Maybe
they didn't just make it up, did they?
They could have found these locations and planned to investigate them more thoroughly later.
Yeah, one of them was the area of hallway that the goblins were tearing apart.
Yes. All right. I'm no good with computers, unfortunately. Mr. Lasco, would you take a look at this?
As a resident computer expert.
Mr. Lasco will scoot into the little hatch, activate his light on his comm unit, and pop open the pad and begin to play around with the wires. I mean, if we're already taking time, do you want me to roll, or can I just take a 20 here?
Roll, please. You can either rewire it with engineering or hack.
Oh,
I don't need your time. I just get nat 20s all day.
That is a 27 on his computer check to attempt to hack this keypad.
awesome.
And when he does, the door slides open, and the automatic lights click on, revealing a room behind the secret door. It's another cargo hold full of dusty boxes with
Rightful out.
netting hung from the ceiling. However, the first thing you notice is the form of a male Kasatha lying in the center of the room, his arms twisted in painful positions and one of his shoes missing. A puddle of blood has dried under his head.
Oh dear.
It is, in fact, the body of Captain Rameem.
And he's dead.
Waited.
Way dead. Ogden goes over and checks for a pulse.
Would somebody pick up the communicator?
Yeah, and Iris is
Because I
covering it.
called it.
Boo. Well,
I'll be searching the rest of the cargo hold while Ogden tests, looks at the body and maybe checks its blood.
yeah, sure. I'll do my, put it in a little vial, shake it around, and put stuff it in my custom micro lab, and I'm sure the reading I get is that this blood matches perfectly the blood that was on the Adari.
Oh, yes, it does indeed. As you're looking around and checking this blood, Trostanek comes around the corner
Oh, hell.
into the cargo hold. Is that the captain's body?
Trostanek, yes. We were looking around for Al-Qaeda, happened upon this cargo hold. We didn't know this was here. Did you?
You've been poking around, and now the captain is dead?
I believe the order was the opposite of that.
This man has been dead for... Checks, watch. How many days?
At least 2.
At least
At
two.
least 2 days.
Oh, by the smell of it, at least 2.
Yeah.
I believe our only reasonable option here is to... Marshal, do you have the authority to relieve this false captain of his command?
Given the evidence, I believe so. Yes. We should be careful in the steps that we take here, though. Given we don't know who the captain, who is currently impersonating the captain, is, it could turn out to, well, I've seen things like this end badly. Let's just say that.
We certainly want to make sure to have whatever evidence we can, not for the captain, but for the rest of the crew, so that they don't join the wrong team.
They will think this is a mutiny.
Trostanek, for one, are you with us?
We were so close to pulling this off. Minimal bloodshed. Just had to nose around. And he pulls a pistol on you guys.
Oh, well, that's not what I expected. Trostanek, you pronker.
Yep. Was in on it this whole time.
I mean, all right. That makes sense. Out of character.
Let me switch him to the hostile token. hostile token. You guys are actually in this little room here.
Oh, interesting. It was there the whole
All
time.
of us.
Well,
Wait.
I mean, it goes out past beyond that, but like, you guys are sort of. This is the door that you guys went in, and it's a little like 10 by 10, 20 by
Okay.
20. So I imagine Iris was probably closest to the door. And you guys can just sort of move past this wall to represent the interior of that room. Sort of line yourselves up.
Okay. Ogden's happy where he is, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with my current position. Or do you need me to move further west?
You guys were inside of this smuggler's compartment here.
Adelaide would have actually stayed closest to the door. She knows that she's no good for looking around for things, and she's much better at running interference if anybody like comes down the hall and sees them.
Mm-hmm.
Man, roll 20. Be faster, please.
So I've ended up is back here. Like I'm sorry, I'm just having trouble conceptualizing where we're actually allowed to stand.
So you
Here,
guys can
I'll draw it for you.
side the wall here.
Oh, on the other side of the wall. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause this
Then
is,
I'll be behind Iris.
This is a room of sort of indeterminate size, but
Is it a 10 by 10 or a 20 by 20?
you guys are somewhere like in here where I just put that little blue line. It's like the smuggler's compartment. So somewhere in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Lasco gets to act first as fake Trostanek draws his pistol. I mean, Trostanek.
Lasco dashes out. Oh, you know what? I probably don't have my weapons drawn, do I?
No, you were searching a compartment.
Your BAB is 1 now.
But he can't draw it as
Yeah,
part
but I
of
can't trick attack. But I can
Lord.
normal move like a sucker. So dashing out here. Actually, yeah. As he pulls the pistol, Lasco was waiting for this, and he dashes past his friends, leaping off of that little crate, drawing his baton, and slashing and whamming it against his thigh to try to get him to kneel
Okay.
without trick attack. It's a 19 to hit PAC for 4.
That's okay, buddy. Your trick attacks never hit anyway today.
I know.
19 will hit. Sorry, I'm messing with my windows. So I want to see chat, and I want to see you guys. So many windows.
We are pretty good looking.
For 4 damage.
I'll draw on my mustache.
No.
All right, after Lasco, we have Ogden.
Ogden is caught by surprise with this, but he is going to draw his cost eject injector, and will. He doesn't have a very good shot, so he'll step up as he's doing this in front of Adelaide, and is going to take a clear shot. We're going to make this a -2 to AC with the cost eject.
Okay.
That is a crit, ladies and gentlemen, for a whopping 4 points of acid damage, and he is going to be he suffers a -2 penalty to his AC for 6 rounds.
All right. Let me just make a
Nice.
condition for that. Because he is next. We'll just call this biohack. Oh, come on.
Possibly moved just a little further.
I
Out of the
could,
way.
yeah.
Iris was not planning on moving.
I'll step up here.
Thank you.
And
buddy.
I know I've been doing a lot of accidental melee this episode, just because the quarters have been very tight, and it's not a big difference right now in damage. But as Ogden shoots him, he's going to say to the party, Keep him alive. We definitely want to question him.
We'll use
Oh, that's going to be difficult.
Icon. How long does that last?
6 rounds.
6. All right. On his turn, having a rat in his face, he'll actually pull his storm hammer and attempt to bash Lasco with it. Ooh, that's a crit. Ooh, that's
All right. Well, I had a good turn.
16
no.
points of bludgeoning and electric, and you are knocked prone.
16.
Well, that's most of my
That's
points.
Iris. Iris?
You might be muted, friend.
Leaf, you're muted.
Yeah, so I was. That's okay. I'm just gonna do what I was gonna do all along, which is roll hot garbage. There you go.
Oh no.
He got a natural toot.
Toot toot.
Toot
Toot,
toot. Toot toot.
Yeah, I guess you just sort of barely. Adelaide.
All right, Adelaide shall be. No, we wouldn't want to try, would we? We wouldn't want to try an explosion. Though we could. It would be very cheap. Yes, that's what we'll do. Adelaide shall cast Hazard, just to see how it goes. And, yeah.
Reflex save. Ooh. He's gonna take 2 acid damage.
Ooh.
Alright. Oops.
And
Oh.
for the record, I hurled this this spell grenade over here. Listeners at home, it does not hit my friends. Because I'm that good.
That good. Simon Ogden will be over in a second.
Do you want your move action, or was that a full round?
Oh, give it to Harold.
Put it into Herald. Lasco.
Sorry, I'm way too distracted by Liz's horrific visage. Killing me. Let's see here. I guess I'm tempted to full defense and then move away, because then at least he doesn't get a full attack.
It's not a bad plan.
Hearing no objections, Lasco
He'll probably
will.
smash you twice with that hammer if you just stay where you're at.
Yeah, Lasco will take a full defense and then do a tumble. Acrobatics. That succeeds. Movement is 35. And then take cover back here.
All right. Ogden. What you gonna do about this, Trostanek? You're muted, Tom.
This Trostanek feller is all I said. You didn't miss much. We're gonna take a guarded step up here. And you can imagine that Ogden looks sad. He doesn't. That his flanking buddy moved away. And he's going to, as he steps, his tail reaches to the holster on his side, and it pulls out a syringe stick. And we're going to stab Trostanek with a sedative.
Do it.
And yeah, actually, no, we're not going to do a sedative. We're going to do, I believe it's an analgesic, is the one that I want. That's the one that gives him the flat-footed condition. So we're going to stab him with a syringe stick. Might not matter. 16 versus his AC -2.
Yeah, let's see. That will hit.
Excellent. Then here comes... Yeah, it's the analgesic. He is flat-footed for 1 round.
Flat-footed. We usually
we're a new...
for that. Boop.
Yeah, usually the boot. Now I have indeed used 1 for the day. Or not today. It refreshes on a short rest. But regardless, that is my turn. I stabbed, and now I probably go down.
Mark down his shield break by 1 because you had a turn. And then he will turn his attention to you with his storm hammer.
Mm-hmm. That tracks.
2 swings of the storm hammer. Oh, I'm sorry, Mac.
That was another crit? Are you kidding me?
No, but he did roll 20 twice.
Oh, 20. Okay, well, as long as it's not a crit.
That's effectively 1 crit.
It's effectively 1 crit. That's 12 points bludgeoning and electricity.
Total.
Or no, sorry, 22 points bludgeoning and electricity. You add them together. You don't just add 1 for each hit.
Wait, so I'm taking 22 points of damage total right now.
Yes.
All right, Ogden's down. He is unconscious on the floor. You brought me down to 0 exactly.
At least it's 0 exactly.
Which is good news in a way. Yeah. So, I don't know. 22 points of damage doesn't really feel like a fair trade for 2, man. But, if that's what you want to do, that's cool.
I'm sorry. It's this hammer.
No, it's not you, it's him.
Hammer.
That hammer is cursed, I think.
Yes.
Bless,
as a reminder, you guys do have a reroll from Chaos, a +1 any roll from Butt Stubble, and a nat 20 from Skibby Bones.
I feel like we shouldn't be able to reroll enemy crits, because then enemies will never crit.
I agree.
But I guess we can hold on to them for our crits.
Yeah, Trippy wants to know if they can buy a forced enemy reroll. How about you guys can use one of your nat 20s to force an enemy to reroll?
Oh, that's more fair.
That feels a little more balanced, yes. But back to the matter at hand with iteration 13. Leaf, you might use one of our rerolls that we have. What did you say we have in the chamber, Nick?
You have a reroll, a +1, and a nat 20.
I feel like saving it for something else. More useful.
They don't last past the session, correct?
Right. They're only for today. I clear them all at the end of the session.
Okay. My vote would be for you to use one, but if you do not want to, I certainly can't.
Do you also get to reroll the damage?
I do not trust my rolling abilities, so I will not be using that reroll.
Well, if you're just as good at rerolling at rolling as we are.
I mean, if you really want me to waste our reroll, I will, but I don't think it's a good move.
You do have a 6 on that first one. You could take the nat 20 and that 6 damage.
All right. Well,
And then
here we go.
Roll it up to d6 for damage.
Drop the pronker.
Oh, well.
Oh, he
there's a
rerolled.
19.
Okay.
19.
damage.
Hold on. You got to take 4
Oh,
off of
reroll.
it because it's a full attack, so it's actually a 14, not a 9 or a 15, not a 19.
Mm-hmm. But his AC is -2, and he's now flat-footed for a round.
Yeah, 15
Why
is enough.
Because I stabbed him with an
And-
analgesic.
Got it.
Yeah. So right now he's effectively at a -4. So that will hit
Okay,
for 6 points of damage.
6
You wanna-
piddly damage, yep.
I mean, that's a lot of damage, man. That's about what we all do.
Okay, yeah.
That hits him
just recalling
solid.
his 22 damage that he did.
Yeah, he does 4 times as much as us.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sparking
He's higher
over
than
his
level
armor,
2.
and leaving his beard spikes a little bit fried. Adelaide.
All right, Adelaide will cast. The Witch Warper version of the spell is called Ectoplasmic Barrage, but for Mystics, it's basically the same as the Mystic spell that I can't remember the name of right now. And basically, this is a It's an attack. We'll just leave it there. Whew.
All right. So a 16 versus KAC is going to hit right now for 7 bludgeoning damage. Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Hex, yeah. Awesome.
I whip some bright pink ectoplasm at his face.
Wait. Oh, okay.
She's got it in the macro twice.
You have it in 2 places. We're going to use the 7 because that's in the damage box.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Very cool. Was that a full round, or do you still have a move?
I mean, I guess I have a move, but I don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah. Throw it in the
Could always
trash.
feed it to Herald.
Rolled, here you go.
Nom 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 nom.
All right, Lasco. Hiding behind a box.
Yeah, from the safety of this box, Leska will take a shot at the at Trostanek. That's it.
There you go.
Trostanek.
Got it on the 5th try. Fail
Ooh.
to trick attack.
No, it's not a trick.
And fail to hit. End of turn. Carry on without me.
Crit
Gosh.
fail. Cosmic crit fail.
Yeah.
I gotta get that crit fail deck up and going one of these days. Ogden, it is
All
your
right.
turn.
Now here's the thing, friends. I could stand up right now because I'm unconscious, but then I stand up with 1 hit point. So I think what Ogden does is he's going to. I mean, I don't have much else to do.
You
Really.
delay till after him.
Play dead. Play dead.
Could I play dead until after his turn, Nick?
Yeah, you could delay till after his turn.
Okay, I delay. This is
His foe dead at his feet. I'm very sorry, Adelaide. Charges Adelaide.
I did do the most damage.
His Storm Hammer. And that is... Oh, you only got a 13 as a 13 hit your KAC.
I don't think so. It does not! Yes.
Woo! Adelaide jumps out of the way at the last possible second.
I didn't buy her a
Ogden.
gun, but I did buy her armor.
There you go.
Well, that's good.
Ogden?
Hi,
Playing dead too well.
Ogden. I did play dead too well. Sorry. Ogden is going to stand up.
He's not-
We're all shocked. And he spends resolve point. Is going to give himself 1 hit point back. Boy, oh boy. And then I'm going to also give myself. I think I should stand up and give myself a healing serum, guys. Because
Probably a good plan.
we all remember what
You
happened to
gotta do
Itzy.
Yeah.
Reasonable, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a healing serum. So he draws it as he stands up and then stabs himself in the leg with it, giving himself
You
back.
Starfinder back or something that allows you to draw items as if they were weapons.
Oh, is that not how that works?
Yeah, because there is equipment and feats and stuff that let you do that.
Okay.
Move action
Then-
to draw things, get them.
Then I'm gonna toss that 2 away anyway. And I stand woozily, holding a serum triumphantly in my hand.
Good word.
Thanks. Phenomenal. All right. That's Ogden.
Iris.
Yeah,
There is a desk in your face.
sure is, and I don't like that one bit. So we're just gonna shift back and shoot.
Okay.
18 to hit for 2 damage.
Yeah. That'll do 2 electric damage. Zzz, zzz.
Every little bit
Adelaide.
helps. All right. Adelaide is
Looking
going.
pretty beat up.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So I could cast. Have something. Oh yeah, yeah.
Fatigue.
I do have fatigue. Yep. And so I do that because he's right here, and I specifically took this spell for this kind of situation.
Ooh, and that should hit.
Ooh, that hits.
Yes.
It's a 21, folks.
Does it actually also have a fort save?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Good for you.
I know.
Oh, because he makes the fort save.
No.
So you reach out and slap at him, and he shakes it off.
No. Adelaide just sort of goes, poof, smacks him with the back of her hand, and then he just shakes it off, and she's like,
I just want to double check. Yeah, fortitude negates. Oh man, that's terrible.
it's a
Boom.
cantrip.
Cantrip.
Cantrip. It is
Yeah, I feel like
cantrip.
that's pretty.
That's still garbage.
Yeah.
I generally think that negation is garbage, but if there's anything that makes sense on it, it's cantrips.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Adelaide, you still have a move action. Do you want it?
Maybe step away
I
from
mean,
him.
would I be able to get away from him? 'Cause
You should guarded step back.
Okay, guarded step back.
This way he can't take 2 attacks.
I back smack him, and then he shakes off. I'm like, step back.
Ooh.
No.
Sorry.
All right, let's go.
Lesko advances as Trostanek assaults his party, shooting at him from behind. Boop. And boop.
Ooh, that's a trick.
Ooh, nice.
crit.
Nice. So that is a
So that's
solid.
1,
Add 2 more
4,
damage.
5, 6
Roll.
damage.
Roll your trick attack again. Trick attack doubles.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
What is that? A D4 right now? Yeah. Oh, good roll. So
Another
that's
one.
a 3 plus 4 is
Total.
7 damage.
7 points of electric damage as it sort of, sparks across him. He looks a little bit more singed. Club here. I mean, Trostanek, totally Trostanek, is going to. Oh man, that hurt though. How far away is Lasco? He's gonna whip around, failing to notice Ogden.
Wait, isn't Ogden standing up?
Yeah.
Do you want
he
me
is,
to die?
But
I'm just okay.
and he's gonna come over here after Lasco. And one swing with the hammer. Oh, does a 13 hit your KAC?
Simon.
You roll a natural toot.
No, it does not.
Toot toot. Let's see those toots.
So he misses as he swings wildly at Lasco in his rage. Ogden.
This is the choice that every Vesk must make in his life. Do I heal myself?
Do when they have 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Stab
Do I heal
yourself.
myself?
This is the best
Or do
course
I-
of action.
Do I shoot my enemy?
See, I would skitter behind that box and inject myself because I'm a coward.
Yeah. Ogden,
Yeah,
he-
I think we're in for the long haul. I feel like using the healing potion makes sense.
Yeah.
Ogden, he's a wise man. I don't know.
You do have a full round until he gets another turn, though, and he's definitely looking like he's starting to feel the effects of your attacks.
All right. Ogden will, in this crucial moment, he is indeed going to step back behind this crate, and he is going to draw. He's going to stab himself with his healing serum. Getting 3 hit points for his trouble.
Sort of shuffles past that barrel a little
Yep.
bit. Iris can no longer see him around that door. As a wall.
Can I see him if I step forward to there where I was before?
No, this one's the door.
All right, so I'm gonna just
You were
move
just close enough.
outside then, and shoot.
Yeah, you can do that. Shoot it! Shoot it dead! Oh
Nope.
no, that's a 7. Would you like to use a nat 20 or when you have another reroll?
No, go on. Go ahead.
All right. Iris misses. Adelaide. Adelaide.
Liz, you're
You're
muted.
Adelaide's going to actually spend a spell because things are looking serious here. So she's gonna spend another ectoplasmic barrage, maybe? Or do we want fear? Do you want fear?
Fear would be hysterical if he failed
Let's
it.
give him fear. All right.
Ah, yes, good old Saber
right.
dies.
Unfortunately, a lot of the Witch Warper spell list is Saber Suck.
All right, let's see if he can roll that one.
Roll me 1d4.
He failed?
He failed.
Yes!
Woo!
That did not do the thing.
Next
You can
question:
also,
if I attack him, does that like
It sure
end
didn't
early?
because I have the tilde as my thing for... Okay, we get 3.
Wow, he's feared for 3 rounds.
Yeah, he's toast.
Feared for 3 rounds.
He's toast, guys.
Would you like your move action?
Sure, I'll stroll out to watch what happens next.
He's gonna go running through the ship, and we're just gonna have to find him again.
Oh, we're not gonna have to find him. Lasco, well, anticipating his next actions, open the door for him and take a few shots at him. See if that will like scare him away from the hallway.
I mean, Adelaide is the source of his fear.
Got it. That was worth a shot. Trick attack.
You're pretty
Yeah.
scary. That's a trick. And a hit
Nice.
for 4 damage.
4 damage.
Nice.
4 electric damage. He's looking pretty beat up. On his turn here, Drostanek.
You keep saying that
Yeah.
word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
What, Drostanek?
No, the other one.
Flee from the source of his fear as best he can. He's gonna head into the hallway towards Lasco. He's scared of Lasco, but he's less scared of Lasco than he is of
He's not
Adelaide.
magically scared of Lasco. He's just normal scared.
So 30 feet is right past Lasco. If you want to try and bite him as he goes by,
I don't bite him, but I do hit him with my baton.
or hit him with your baton. Wait, when did you take out your baton?
During one of my other moves.
He drew it out at the very beginning of the fight.
No, that was my pistol.
23
Oh.
does indeed hit.
But I took several moves at the beginning of the fight, so we can just pull out the baton then. So that's 3 damage.
3 damage. Please declare when you are pulling out batons.
I apologize and appreciate your generosity.
Good. So this
Beneficent
hallway- Yeah, I am pretty beneficent. I also have to, real quick, go look at this map. And where you guys are at on it. This hallway continues like another 20 feet to the south and has a bit of a turn and then goes down by the gym and the dining hall.
That's a bummer.
So what's going to happen here?
This is a very interesting turn. We get to try to convince people of what we're doing while on the run.
Yeah.
And
Continues down
Wally
this
is
way.
magically terrified of us.
No, I know it looks like he's running away from us while we're shooting him, but we're the good guys here.
And yeah, more or less, the hallway sort of continues here. Down this way. Oops. That's not straight. That's not straight at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure it makes sense for us to stay on the map, right? In a way, this is a chase.
It's a hallway, so I'm not like super worried about it. I just want to. I always disable the actual grid so that we don't have to look at it. But let me like turn it on.
Okay.
So yeah, more or less the hallway sort of. Oops. I forget I have to turn that tool off and then turn it back on again if I want to make a new line. So the hallway kind of goes.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm just drawing a hallway with lines, so I'm not too horribly like worried about extending the map here for you guys. This goes 20, 25, 30.
Sorry to make you do this.
45. What? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Yeah, this is like a 200-foot hallway that he's running down to get away from you guys. So sorry.
Okay.
So it's not a huge deal. That's his turn as he runs down the hallway. And then it'll be Ogden's turn. Behind the
Ogden, definitely not expecting this, is going to curse under his breath and start running after him. Oh, no. I take that back. Ogden has to go over here and pick up his weapons because he dropped them when he passed out. So,
so that's a move and a move to pick up your weapons.
Well, I thought it would be funny.
Iris's turn. It is Leaf's turn.
You're mute.
Yeah. So 1 move. 2 moves.
All right. Adelaide.
Well, Adelaide shall. See, I suppose the only way to go this way is to go back, right? Into the ship.
You mean the smuggler's compartment?
Yeah.
Yeah, to get out of the smuggler's compartment, you have to go back to the ship, and the only way to go back into the ship is the route that the lizard,
Yeah, there's 2 doors sort of on the starboard side here. And he ran out the closer one.
Very well. All right, Adelaide will just use her movement to follow. She was, here, and then that was some number of spots. I'll just tell you where.
All right, she dashes across the room and out into the hallway.
Yep.
Lasco.
She's actually on lookout for people who might need talking to.
It is a somewhat difficult to explain scene. Yes.
Crowd control.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take an action that I've literally never taken as an operative. I'd like to explore the charge action.
Leave, you're a resident expert on charge, I believe.
I think I'd like to move. Actually,
Move. You move double your speed, and it has to be in a straight line and at the closest square to your enemy. And
yeah, no. Sorry. As interesting as that would be, it's completely unnecessary because I'm very fast.
Okay.
Lasco sprints up. I appreciate it, Leif. Lasco sprints up to him and takes a shot. I don't think it provokes because he's fleeing. No. Right, and then this.
Hey.
So that's
that's
a trick. That's
7 damage.
I mean, except for that you're through the wall. But that's okay.
Oh.
You
didn't
you want
see
me
that
to...
wall there.
Yeah, well, it didn't exist a second ago. Do you want me to redo the movement? I might not be right there.
No, you have enough movement to get up where you can, where you can shoot him. Which you do, connecting squarely, in the back of between his shoulder blades. He falls to the floor. And he sputters, "This means nothing. The rest will be here any second. You can't stop us." And he reverts into a thing.
What's the thing?
Harald!
What?
Oh my God!
No one could have seen this coming, especially if they watched the last series.
You know what?
Well, hey, to be fair,
Astroworld
it
in
could have been
general
lizard
doesn't
people.
believe that Astrozoans exist, except for Harald. Harald has sort of like brought it to the forefront to people who live in the sun. But y'all don't live in the sun.
Yeah.
The rest of the
Do we have a picture, or is it just up to our imagination?
It's up to your imagination. Sorry.
Imagine, if you will, just a dead octopus on the ground.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting.
Just imagine that all Astrozoans are Harald.
Yeah, totally.
I like Harald. I don't like thinking of him dead.
Ogden will dart out into the hallway and see Lasco standing over a thing, a creature. Can I?
Confusedly at this point, refolding up his baton and staring.
What the hell is that?
I was going to ask you.
Let me see. I guess Ogden will scan it with his microlab.
Yeah. Which means you get to use.
Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all.
Oh
Very
yeah, here's
You have more than enough.
I got a 28.
Yeah. This is an Astrozoan. You weren't entirely sure they existed.
You may have heard of one famous one who rescued the sun, but aside from that,
But he was unique.
only one.
They're incredibly rare.
Yeah.
So
This is.
He said there were others.
I don't like this. I don't like the sound of that.
Find this stuff.
Oh, nice. Key card. Smuggler compartment. We don't need that right now.
Anyone want that amazing hammer?
And a nice hammer.
I don't. We have a soldier, right?
Iris could use it, but I don't think Iris has much strength.
It's not on theme.
It's
Yeah.
my strength score is 0, so
Hammer down!
But you said you were gonna do melee, Leaf.
I said I can do melee as a last resort.
Trying to decide.
No, it's fine. So that defrex hide though is very interesting, I think. But that is so
that
not
light?
our concern right now. I believe it is light. Yes.
So that's what you find on him. You were interrupted from your search of the smuggler's compartment.
Oh, that's right. Crap.
It never
We should hide this body in case someone comes along.
Although this does make for compelling evidence that not all is as it seems on this ship.
It does, but one thing at a time.
Yes.
Gentlemen, if one of you would help, well, if two of you would help carry the body, we can place it next to that of the late captain.
Yes.
We'll drag it back to the hatch and finish searching it. Maybe also take its armor. Who knows? Play it by ear.
Take its armor. I definitely need a 10-minute rest as well. I got the crap kicked out of me.
Oh yeah, I'm out of crap too.
Oh well.
It should be noted, Tom especially, since you made that check, you now know in character that Astrozoans have the compression ability. They can be squeezed through tight spaces. And he's covered in a viscous fluid, much like that you found in the vent before, in his natural form.
So they made Astrozoans even grosser in this AP?
No, they already had that.
Oh, really?
They already, yeah.
I never knew that about Harald.
Yeah, he can fit into tiny
Oh no, I knew
holes.
about compression. I didn't realize that it was because they were
Yes,
covered
in their
gross.
Like, he's
natural
literally a
form,
goopy boy.
They are covered in goo.
Goo. Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. Yeah, so we search the compartment and we also take short rests. Does anyone interrupt us during these processes?
perhaps take the short rest first?
No. No one is going to interrupt
Okay.
you this round. You guys can make a medicine check on the captain's body if you'd like. Searching the smuggler's compartment, you find an auto-target rifle with 30 rounds, a flash dazzler, a suit of Xatha Microcord 1, a jump jets armor upgrade, a grappler with 50 feet of adamantine alloy cable line, a laser drill, and 3 batteries. Other boxes hold outdated Xathan clothing, some of it damaged and stained, possibly with blood, and cheap souvenirs from various places in the packed worlds. Also, give me a perception check to see if you notice something sort of kicked behind a box.
Oh no. I've only got a 16. If Lasco's 20 is not enough, I will take a reroll.
Enough. An old cred stick holding 5,000 credits.
Oh my god.
Nice.
We were going to miss out on 5,000 credits.
Yep.
Brutal.
Man.
Who's gonna fill out the loot sheet? We probably don't need to discuss it too much, but
I can do it. I can do it after the show.
okay, thanks. And Diffraxide, is that light?
I believe so.
Should look it up. Is anyone who's examining the captain's body? Probably
Ogden
Tom.
is.
Ogden,
I rolled a 24 before you called for those perception checks.
On medicine, perfect. You find a number of clues on the body. First, this is the real captain, not a facsimile. Second, several sharp blows to the back of his head with a blunt object killed him, as evidenced by his head wounds.
Mhm.
And although some of the blood is collected on the floor, the small amount indicates the captain didn't bleed out here. He was killed elsewhere and brought here afterward. You can tell by the condition of the body that the captain died during the first night the Chimera was in the drift.
Oh,
It's easy enough
goodness.
to realize that his head wounds are from the statue of the Adari. So it's now clear to you that the Ramim you've been interacting with is not, in fact, the real Ramim.
Dun dun dun.
Ogden is sort of he's flabbergasted by all of this, and says, well, this morning at breakfast, I was mostly joking about, shapeshifters and lizard people who can turn into other people and control, but this is wild.
I certainly wasn't expecting it, no. Do you Oh.
No,
Sorry.
That's all I had. Sorry.
No, she was just going to laugh evilly.
So it said the others. Who else do we suspect could be an Astrozoan?
Well, obviously
My-
the captain.
Obviously the captain. Now, my thought is that perhaps the Astrozoan who is now impersonating the captain was at first impersonating the security officer. So I think we may not need to expect to find a body from her.
For there is nobody to find.
Unless, of course,
Exactly what I was thinking.
yes, unless, of course, the impersonation of both the mercenary and the
Al-Qaeda Io.
and Al-Qaeda began earlier, but after the ship. If they can squeeze into tight places, they may be trying to take over people. It's impossible to tell how many there might be.
I don't believe that they, from my research, I don't think that they can take over people's bodies. I think they are, as Mr. Lasco saw, they are shapeshifters.
Yes, but perhaps there are other bodies elsewhere. If they're not too keen on smell, one could simply hide the body of the person they intend to impersonate beneath one's own bed. It's distasteful, but possible.
Yes.
We need to present this in a succinct way to the rest of the crew, so that
I have a PowerPoint template that might work for that, actually. And so I start scrolling.
that seems
Ogden looks
insufficiently.
incredulous.
That seems insufficiently succinct. I don't know a way for us to attack the captain without the rest of the crew rallying behind him.
Well,
Ideas?
Song likes us now. They made us quite a breakfast this morning. Seemed very grateful. We might be able to get Song on our side.
So you propose approaching each person in private?
I don't have a better way to do this, I don't think. Iteration 13, do you have any ideas?
And you can see their eyes have kind of glazed over. They're currently
Running
totally
calculations.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Adelaide will scratch her shin. Well, you know how I prefer shock and awe. We could simply drag both bodies to the lunchroom and present and call an all-ship meeting.
I'm afraid that proves nothing, and could be co-opted by a sufficiently charismatic Astrozoan.
Yes.
And if he turns them all to his side, then it's the entire crew against us. I think small personal meetings is the way to go here.
Very well.
We have to act quickly, though.
But I appreciate your suggestion, Miss Fortwith. Let's start with Song.
Captain, is there a way that you can secure this compartment after we leave it?
Marshall?
Captain?
Oh, sorry, not Captain. Mr. Laszlo.
Oh, I see. Of course. And I'll...
We do have the key card.
After getting out the bodies and the equipment and equipping it accordingly, we'll... flip back. Shoot the panel to make the doors close, as all doors do.
We have a key card. We got a key card on the desk spot.
Oh, I
more
that.
meant stash the body somewhere safe that we know other people won't get to it to destroy evidence. Sorry.
I see. But we are taking pictures of the bodies.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We should. Yeah. Not the pictures will do much good if the bodies aren't there, but
selfie. No.
And then you guys are heading to the kitchen?
Suppose so, until some other halation interrupts us.
Well, you have good instincts, friends.
Do we?
You are indeed destined to be interrupted.
Curses.
As you head there, an explosion rocks the ship.
Oh, gosh.
The noise indicates the blast came from the rear section of the ship, possibly near the aft airlock.
That's no good.
Yeah, Ogden looks at the other three and nods in that direction and takes off.
We may have enemies in both places, but we'll have to deal with each in both.
So, you guys are more or less you're in the corridor on the left side of this map. You're right at these gym doors. Right now.
Nick, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but during our 10-minute rest, could Ogden have also performed a medicine check on himself, or is it too late? It is fine if it is too late.
Sure. You're gonna grab check for yourself. That's fine.
You are a kind and benevolent GM.
And could
I am a
Lasco also
kind
put on the armor?
Yes. You guys had plenty of time
Wait.
to get all your ducks in order, and then you started heading to the kitchen, and then there was an explosion.
All right. So then we head to the explosion.
Yes, you guys are running down this hallway on the left side of them. If you want to move,
We can actually move our tokens over there then.
Yeah, Joy. We'll just use the same map again.
Okay.
You do have another 10 feet here, so if you guys want to be next to each other, even though it's like technically on the cargo hold map, this is a 10-foot hallway.
Weird. Okay. Yeah.
And as you round the corner, you're going to see a pile of junk here with pirates!
What?
Pirates behind it!
I'm very confused.
There was a murder, and then there were pirates.
And then there were pirates.
That's when the space pirates attacked.
They pulled a bunch of stuff like from the kitchen and piled it in the corridor, like tables and chairs and stuff. So this is blocking your progress closer towards the explosion itself. Roll me initiatives. These 3 pirates are comically evil. The dwarf has long, dirty hair and a sadistic grin. The human has a scar over one eye, and the Vesk has chipped beard spikes. They sneer as you come around the corner. Surrender now! Give us all your valuables, and we'll let you live. Ah ha ha!
Does it seem like they were surprised by us? That they like knew that we were back there, or were they sort of as surprised as we were?
They're just as surprised as you are. More
But
or
they
less.
take it in stride and ask us for our possession.
Yeah. As any good pirates would.
No, I take it back. They were totally not surprised. Somehow they knew you were there.
Rude.
Weird.
Weird. Go ahead and roll me initiatives. These pirates. Oh wait, hold on. Let me clear it. I didn't clear it.
Oh, don't clear it. We all rolled.
I could just
we
take
ro-
12
And we, yeah.
hours. As long as you all rolled. Now we'll open these character sheets. Comically evil space pirates. What do you guys think of comically evil space pirates?
Nonplussed.
Sounds like a good name for a band.
I just hope that that's what they're called in the book.
Mhm.
This encounter is actually called Pirate Peril in the book.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
But the phrasing comically evil is also directly from the book.
Okay.
Less disappointed.
Oh boy.
Sweet time. Did you guys see space pirates coming?
No.
I did not see. I saw the Astrozone coming, but we did not see the space pirates coming.
Yeah, saw the shape changer a
That
mile
makes
away.
sense.
But
Are the pirates also Astrozoans?
No, but I think that the Astrozoans were working with the pirates.
Like the pirates have like 2 Astrozoan buddies. That's all right.
so weird.
Also, pirates aren't really like thematic with the whole conspiracy mystery thing of so much.
Unless they are, and we don't know yet. Maybe these are especially sneaky pirates.
Well, and also
They're just-
didn't Nick tell us
they
that like,
did.
this is early days and like not even barely even part of the
We're not even
conspiracy?
on the first fold.
You're not even on the. You're getting close to the first fold, but you're not quite there yet. You're like on the
boy.
cusp of the first fold.
Do you want to order us? I think we've all rolled.
Yeah, no, I just got the last pirate in. I'm just sort of riffing to like distract you guys.
Oh,
while
sure,
I wait.
Sure.
Because it was taking forever to open their character sheets.
Is the doctor still sitting in that room just enjoying a lovely meal?
No,
During a
no, he's not.
Gunfight? Okay, thank you.
Drinking tea.
He's not drinking
Daintily.
tea. He is
I say,
absolutely
get down out
fine.
there.
All right, this
I
one
say,
is going to go first. He's going to lob a grenade at you guys as you come around the corner.
Man, knew
All
I
right.
should have
Are we
taken
coming around the
that
corner though?
grenade
Oh yeah.
moving
Well, you
cantrip.
didn't see them until you guys were around the corner, and they didn't see you. So yes.
So
you'd be
then-
around the corner.
You want us to
Okay,
move
have
our
a grenade
positions. This is-
scrambler. Oh wait.
Do we have a reroll? This is unacceptable to me.
I mean, you
What?
are an operative. You shouldn't be taking any damage from reflex-based
Why?
things.
I
Why should
know.
it matter? It's just a grenade. It's not like it's gonna do anything meaningful.
You're right. I should save it for the fireballs.
So I think Nick said we need to be around this corner.
Yeah,
Fellas,
please have come around
friends.
the corner. Because narratively, I narrated y'all around the corner. So Adelaide's gonna make the reflex save. I need one more.
That's from me. I got a 13.
All right. So you're gonna make it as well. That's 2 piercing
Nice.
damage. Failed. 1 for Adelaide and Ogden. And then she's going to just throw her move action away 'cause she wants to stay behind this barrier. So that makes it Lasco's turn.
Lasco doesn't like that barrier, so he'll.
Mechanically, this barrier is difficult terrain that provides partial cover. Has a hardness of 6 and 6 hit points.
Yeah, I'll just describe what I want to do, and you tell me how many things I have to roll. Lasco wants to sprint and then vault over it, dart between their legs, and then end up on the other side of them.
I mean, moving past an enemy is an acrobatics check with a pretty high DC. I believe it is 20 plus something.
Yeah,
also,
so
you're
I'm
going to have to take into account that difficult terrain is going to.
Yeah, I already did. So the tumble through his square is difficult terrain, and the moving past the difficult terrain is difficult terrain. So that subtracts 2 from my movement, which means I land here. So the only roll I have to make is, I guess, yeah, because I don't have to jump
an
over.
enemy's pace is 20 plus 1.5 times the opponent's CR.
All right, let's do it.
Try it.
No guts, no glory.
Hey!
24.
Times. That'll do it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes!
You move through that
So fast.
opponent's space. Well done,
And then,
sir.
And as I do that, drawing one of my weapons, I guess my baton, and then slap this guy with it. Because he's flat-footed, because he hasn't gone yet. Is that true? I forget.
That's a Pathfinderism.
Got it.
He doesn't get a reaction, which is why you haven't been smacked. But
Yes.
he's not flat-footed.
So
That's
22 for 4 damage.
Listen, Simon, I think you should just abandon the whole trick attack thing altogether.
Simon, you're smacking the best pirate, correct?
He is the only one in range of my tactical baton, yes.
That is too many hit points. Okay. Lasco just tumbles wildly across all this space and smacks the best pirate. All right. This dwarf pirate is going to open up full auto on the rest of you. Dwarf pirate, dwarf pirate, dwarf pirate.
Does he... So, something that I never understand about cover. Does he get cover because he's behind it and we're on the other side of it?
Right.
Okay.
Right up to it, you would both have cover.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like Pathfinder tried to define specific rules for this, but I think it's overkill, and the DM should just say when it counts and when it doesn't.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best way to do it. Is just sort of GM fiat. Someone who uses automatic more often than I do. Do I roll for each of you or just once?
Each of us? Yes, it's each of us. And then you expend your full clip, and then you roll damage once.
Okay.
But there's
And
a penalty, like a -2
it's a
or a
minus-
-4.
It's a -4 penalty. It's as a
like
full attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So this first one will be against Adelaide. It'll miss.
Woo!
Dwarf. The second one will be against Iris. Does a 19 hit you? I think it does. And then against Ogden, 10 is going to be a miss. So just Iris
All right.
for 5 cold and piercing damage. That is the dwarf's entire turn.
Okay.
Adelaide.
Right, Adelaide will cast Hazard.
Okay.
I'm within range. It's right here. Let me do clicky click. Come here, you.
3 damage.
Mm-hmm. They'll have to do
All
reflex
right.
saves.
So the dwarf fails and takes 3. Yeah, I'm juggling a lot of character sheets here. I have to give me just 1 second. -3. The human makes it, so she'll take 2. And the Vesk fails, so take 3. All right. Would you like your move action?
You're muted, Liz.
Yes, I'd like to get out of this murder corner, please. Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Aw. But they just want to murder you.
Yeah, well, too bad. I don't like that. And then I go into this room.
All we want to do is murder your brains.
It's not unreasonable.
The Vesk is standing in front of this other automatic door. So it is standing open.
Excellent.
That was a clever thought. I didn't even think about that.
Adelaide's all about finding the loopholes.
All right, Iris.
Iris is going to go ahead and move up to here, assuming they remember correctly that they cannot be attacked around hard corners with melee.
You can. I just assume you take cover penalties.
Okay, well, if that's the case, they're going to just stop here instead of there.
Yeah, we've been doing the if you can make a corner.
So if I stand here, they can hit me with a full attack, is what I'm trying to avoid.
Yes, but you will have some cover.
Well, we're going to go over here.
Okay.
Because moving an extra 10 feet is inconsequential.
Sure.
That is my turn.
Okay. This Vesk space pirate is going to use its tactics somewhere.
Punish Lasco for his hubris.
Draw a dex and smash Lasco. That's a great idea. Thank you.
That's about right, yeah.
Tactical great X.
Well, I do have the
That's a good
shiny
idea.
new armor. Maybe I'll survive a hit this time.
Ooh, it's a 26 to hit.
It's not that good
Nice.
armor.
Slashing damage. I'm sorry. It has
Sorry, say that number again.
19.
19 damage at level 2.
It's max damage. It's max damage. That is the most damage it could do with that hex.
You keep saying that like it's something that we're just not going to encounter again.
I'm glad I have this mustache because it helps to emphasize my look of like sheer horror. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. I am sorry. I'm very sorry. That's his whole turn. Ogden.
All right. Well, seems like everybody's got that area covered in terms of going around. So Ogden's just going to stand where he is. Is it safe to assume that we heard an explosion? We drew our pistols as we were looking for the source? Like our weapons and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an
All right.
Oh,
So
kind and
then-
beneficent GM.
Yes. Ogden will.
It is. I'm benevolent until the dice decide to try to kill you, and then it's all my fault.
Ogden doesn't like that dwarf shooting automatic fire, so Ogden's going to take a shot with a cover penalty. I understand. We're going to use our cost eject on him, and it's going to be... What kind of biohack? We want to make him sickened, I think.
All right.
That's a 24 to hit, a 19 on the die. Super hit for 1 point of acid damage. Yeah, and he is sickened for 6 rounds.
Ooh, that's not nice.
Yeah, well, neither is shooting automatic fire down a murder hole.
So neither is 19 damage at level 2.
That is my turn.
For 4, okay? And I'm proud when I do 6.
All right. The human here is going to draw her longsword and also go after Lasco for having the audacity to come over the barrier. I'm sorry, Lasco.
No.
Draws it
No guts, no glory. And now everyone gets to see my guts.
She might miss. She's not as beefy and mean as the Vesk is. Oh no.
You can just put an X on my character.
That's a 23 to hit, but she only does 10 damage.
You can just put an X on my character.
It's not enough to kill you.
I know.
6 is not more than...
Are you passed out?
Oh yeah, I'm totally passed out.
That's not great. You're theoretically one of our highest damage dealers.
Oh, you guys do have a nat 20 if you want to use it to force her to reroll. Because I might have...
I think that's fair.
But it wasn't a crit,
I'll
right?
let you...
How likely is it that she'll miss?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we let
I'll
it
let
lie.
you use a nat 20 to avoid dying.
Oh, I don't die. I don't think it's death from massive damage, is it? It's just unconscious.
I think it...
How much damage was it?
10. You had 4 hit points.
And how?
Oh, it's your maximum hit points. Never mind.
Yeah, it's your maximum, yeah.
I was thinking it was your remaining hit points for some reason. It's your maximum.
Yeah.
So I'm at -6, yeah.
Scared that I had killed you. I'm sorry. I had to check and make sure I had not killed you.
No, I'm not dead.
You're not dead. You are unconscious and dying. That's her turn. Let's go.
Yes, and it doesn't have the Pathfinder thing where my initiative moves. How does this work? Is it a fortitude save?
No, you just spend a resolve point to stabilize.
I spend a resolve point to stabilize, but I don't want to. Can I?
That's your whole turn. That's all you can do this turn.
Oh, okay. Done.
The dwarf space pirate is going to... Still got half of her shots, I think. Oh no, she's got another battery. Pulls another battery, loads it, and that's her turn, because it's 2 move actions. And it's Adelaide's turn.
Oh boy. Well, Adelaide.
And this barrier collapses.
Oh,
nice.
I was being so clever. Oh well. Adelaide will be moving. Oh, it's measuring. I don't want that. And I shall be moving to... here. Now the door's open, yes?
Yes, because the Vesk is standing in front of it.
Fantastic. I have 1 big spell left. Or I have a hazard. What should I use?
It's a pretty hard fight. What is your big spell?
I mean, any of my big spells I could do infinite worlds.
Infinite worlds will create difficult terrain.
Which would just create difficult terrain. I'd probably use... Oh, I could use Puncture Veil to target 2 creatures. Oh, yeah. Target, yeah.
That only targets 1 creature since you've already moved this round, so it's a full action to target 2.
Okay, well,
You also need line of sight.
Yeah.
Where you want to put hazard,
Yeah.
which if you want to get all of them, you don't have right now.
I'm going to move to behind this table. And now I can see through the door, and I'm going to cower and whip up something deadly. End of turn.
Okay.
Wait, can't you
Iris?
cast the spell? It's only a standard.
I think she spent 2 move actions.
I had to move twice.
Ah.
Well, Iris was going to do a thing, but no longer likes that idea and is going to join Adelaide back here and shoot the Vesk.
Okay. Shoot the Vesk. I believe in you.
Let me check something real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. That's a 20 to hit
That'll
for
hit.
minimum damage. One whole damage.
One electric damage. The Vesk, with Lasco felled, will move action, put away the Great Axe. No, the Great Axe is going to be two-handed. So in order to pull that, he must have dropped his hunting rifle. Second action, pick up the hunting rifle. Ogden.
All right. Ogden is going to stay down here. And this time... yeah, we're going to take 2 attacks, I think. The first one is going to be a sickened attack, a biohack at this lady. And then the second one is going to be a non-biohack attack at the dwarf. So here goes. First attack on the lady.
Okay.
That's a 16 to hit EAC.
That'll hit.
Excellent. 2 acid damage, and she is sickened for 6 rounds. The dwarf is also still at 5 sickened.
Yeah, we should mark those. 6 rounds.
And then here is the attack on the dwarf. That's a nat 1. Oh, Nick, I lied. I forgot that I was full attacking and didn't have it counted into the thing. That's a 12 to hit EAC on the pirate for the first one.
That'll hit.
Awesome. That's very exciting. And completely unexpected. But then the second one is a cosmic fail. So that's
we do
fun.
have a nat 20 in the queue. I don't think we have a more. You want it?
I actually request that be saved for my next turn. I have an idea.
Yeah, that works.
You may have it. It is yours. And now it is Lasco.
You have 2 nat 20s.
Oh, no,
actually.
We have 2 nat 20s. Yeah,
my-
sure,
Two nat
just bonus another one.
2.
Oh, thank you,
2
Sheriff.
rerolls.
That's going to be really important, I think. This is a
And a +1 to any roll.
terribly scary fight.
Yeah, I hope we don't have a boss fight right after this.
Oh boy.
And then down the
why would
hallway
you do
comes a
such a thing?
dragon.
This human space pirate with Lasco down is going to turn and take a couple of shots at Ogden with the semi-auto pistol she's holding in her other hand. Does a 13 hit your KAC?
KAC, no.
Yeah, she misses horribly on both shots. Lasco, you are stable.
And now you need to spend another resolve point. Too.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
And does that also
You don't
take my
have
full turn?
No,
No.
that one you get 1 hit point back and you immediately get your full turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 1 resolve, 1 hit point, and now what do I do with my life? So the 2 guys next to me no longer have melee weapons out.
The human still does because hers are one-handed weapons. So she has a sword in one hand and a pistol in the other.
And the other one is a Vesk.
the Vesk has put away the hammer and is now
Yes,
wielding.
but it's still a Vesk.
Oh no, but okay, so that's getting into things because he has two hands on his rifle, right? But
He does have hands on the rifle. That's true.
Still, I feel like the sword is a bit of a deal breaker. I could crawl and stand. They'll all provoke. I could full defense and stand.
Standing doesn't provoke, so you can stand in
right.
5-foot shift.
I could stand and tumble if I want to be risky.
You could. You could do this thing.
If I tumble, can I get out of range? How do I... Oh, there it is.
Making me real nervous here, Simon.
Yeah, well, look, it's dangerous either way, right? Like, if I 5-foot step, they can still...
True.
Shoot me next turn. But, sure, I guess I will stand and take a 5-foot step.
Or you could
And
stand in
turn.
full defense. That would also be a thing.
Yeah, that's probably better, actually. You're right. Stand in full defense.
Cool. The dwarf has now reloaded the cannon and is going to fire at Ogden because he's such a nice target down there. Cannon! Not a full round. No, it's unwieldy. Can't full round. Unless I do automatic fire, which seems silly against one Ogden. Oh,
that is
a miss.
Wait, it's an unwieldy weapon with the automatic property?
I just assume that it's unwieldy because it's a cannon. I didn't actually check.
That's fine. Oh, okay. All right. No worries. I'm not going to complain about not getting to attack.
It's lowercase unwieldy, not uppercase unwieldy.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you said that misses?
It is a large cannon, and it does indeed miss.
This is excellent news.
The dwarf wants to stay where he is. Adelaide. She is.
All right, Adelaide has been preparing for this since the last move and is going to cast her last spell, her last first level spell, Puncture Veil. And this is Puncture Veil 2 because it's a whole full round action. She is going to target 2 creatures within 20 feet of each other. And they take... Yes. And then they'll bleed.
Does this... No, this is the one that just does damage and has no save and no attack or anything?
I believe so,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. Yes.
All right. So they each take 1d4 then?
Mm-hmm. And then they start bleeding.
What's the value on the bleeding?
2. Actually, no, it might be 1. It might be 1 because you're basically casting Puncture Veil 1 against 2 people.
Well, let's double check.
Yeah, because your description says the effect described above.
Right, yeah, it's because I was copy-pasting. Puncture Veil.
Yeah, it is. It is just bleeding 1. 1d4 and bleeding 1 for 3 rounds.
Okay. Bleeding 3 rounds. That's not the one I wanted. Okay. Nicely done. Iris?
This is going to go ahead and use one of our auto crits on the... Who's more threatening to Lasco right now?
The Vesk.
The Vesk?
Okay.
I mean, they're both pretty threatening, but the Space Pirate's gonna have... Well, I guess you're using an at 20.
The Vesk somehow does 20 damage per hit.
Fair enough. All right, well, we're going to go ahead.
I still don't even understand how he does 20 at max damage. Is he doing 3d6?
It's not important.
No, he's just got a plus
I know, just
like
move
15.
He has a D12.
Plus 7 seems high.
I didn't create these NPCs.
I know.
Starfinder NPCs be whack.
That is
Wiggity whack.
neither here nor there. This guy is taking 2d10 damage and is now blinded.
Oh,
Nice.
heck.
Pulled out.
I would like to point out that
flat
Iris
dazzler.
is also a soldier and just did 2d10 plus
Yeah, on a crit.
nothing because
on a crit.
yeah.
On a crit.
Yeah, your vest would have
So-
done 40 on a crit.
So Iris pulls out the Flash Dazzler.
And only 38. You said this one's
And-
blinded too?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
I like
That's
blind.
pretty
Thank
darn
you,
good. Uses
Liz.
bleeding eye.
To be clear, I like
Liz.
other people blind.
Gets partial credit for this.
Hmm.
Then the vest
And-
gets their turn.
1 second.
I guess
Let
you
me
still
tell
have a
you
move
how
action.
many turns. No, I'm just telling you how many turns. No, because I used my move action to pull the Flash Dazzler.
Ah,
I'm just telling you how many turns this guy's blinded for. 2. There you are.
oh, that's important
That's
information,
good.
Yes. 2. He's gonna fire wildly in your direction, Iris. I believe you get concealment when he's blinded. He's blinded.
Total concealment.
Believe so. Here, hold on. I just had it up. Oh no, that's the
50%
critical
miss
effect,
chance.
not. Meh.
They're both gonna miss horribly anyway. But find that for me.
Okay. Yep. Oh,
Ogden.
I'm looking it up. Too many things.
Always.
All right, Ogden. Ogden's just going to stay where he is. This is a pretty good spot. No more grenades are flying at him, so that's nice.
Sufficiently spread out.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I'm going to try a thing. Do I have enough range? No, Lasco, you're too far away. Lasco does more damage than Ogden in general. So what I'm going to do is Ogden is going to move up here, and he is going to fire a round at Lasco. But contrary to what Lasco thinks, it is not hostile. Instead, I can actually.
That's good enough, paranoid.
No, of course not.
In fact, I like to think that the pirate ducks and Lasco like leaps into it.
Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to administer first aid. Attempting to administer first aid isn't treat deadly wounds. Oh man, that would have been much better if I had remembered that was a thing. Just double checking. Administer first aid. Yeah, okay. So, nope. Ogden doesn't step up then. Ogden is just going to shoot. We're going to shoot the dwarf. And I would like to use that. No, Simon, you should definitely use the crit. Simon's going to take that crit. Ogden is going to fire at the dwarf once. This is... yeah. No biohack.
Fire! Oh,
I would like to use reroll if we have one.
Let's
I believe we do.
use the reroll from Tricky Darlin. Thank you.
Thank you.
These donations, by the way, are saving our butts today, guys.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
We
So
would.
much.
This would be a TPK. There's no doubt about it.
I would. I want to use the +1 as well if that would make the difference.
Which one you're shooting at the dwarf?
Yeah, for 12 to hit EAC.
You don't need that +1.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
These pirates have garbage equipment, except for their weapons, which are fantastic.
No. It's just
that
the
one
Vesk
hammer, guys. It's that one
just-
hammer.
the Vesk wielding a two-handed hammer.
Yeah, all right,
He's a
so
best
then...
soldier with a giant hammer. All the
Yeah,
rest
no,
is
yeah.
Established.
It tracks. So 2 points of acid damage because I rerolled the whole thing as opposed to just rerolling a d20. So He takes
Yep.
2 points of acid.
All right. That's Ogden. Did you want to move?
Yeah, actually, what am I doing? I'm gonna step behind the corner. So they have to actually chase me. If they want to hit me.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, Ogden's a smart guy.
Now, with Ogden behind the corner, this human space pirate
Oh no, wait.
swings around.
It's okay, Tom. I took a full defense. There's no way he'll hit me.
It is sickened, and it's going to try a full attack. Does an
Which
11
one?
hit your AAC, Alaska?
No.
A miss wildly twice. You guys have so many conditions on these guys.
On the edge of death, Lesko will still manage to duck underneath that sword swing, and then as he ducks, bring up the baton in a free crit, just like snapping.
Yeah.
How do you do that from a? Oh yeah. It's a cheap shot. He just he ducks under the thing, and just brings it up right in the crotch, getting real deep in there.
Oh dear.
You gonna trick attack with that?
Yeah.
Because they're not next to you either, which is weird.
Gotta do what you gotta do to survive on the street.
Oh, that's rough. Ooh, do we have a reroll? How likely
We
would
might have
that
one more
be?
reroll.
Yeah, let me reroll it.
You do indeed have a reroll.
Yeah, the trick attack roughly doubles my damage, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's why you should take this. You were gonna take the crit is because you have much more damage potential.
Right. So I'll reroll the trick attack.
Uh huh.
All right, thank you for the
Oh, it's
reroll,
even worse.
Garland.
Oh.
Oh no!
Minus 2. Minus. Oh, that's a toot. Give me them toots.
Dude.
But now, do I still want to cash in the crit when the crit will probably only do 2 extra damage? I feel like no.
Maybe save it. I mean, honestly, we're coming around to Iris's turn again. Iris just blew that Vesk away before.
Yeah. All right. Then just a regular attack. So I don't get the crotch quite as thoroughly as I had assumed. Doing 1 damage, maybe a little tap.
They brace and they're like, "Oh, that could have been worse."
You missed good. This is a female space pirate, and she has to be knocked much harder there
You're right.
Oh
you're right.
yeah.
than a male.
She's wearing
space
a
pirate.
cup.
That was Lasco. The dwarf space pirate, having lost their target in Ogden,
I'm so sorry, Lasco.
move
You guys are really making Nick have to contort things to not kill me.
you had you had soft cover from its friends.
I'll take it.
So the dwarf is going to move through the Vesk space. You do get an attack of opportunity, Lasco.
Missing.
And miss as she takes a shot at Adelaide with that hail cannon and misses horribly because she's sick. Adelaide.
Adelaide also does yoga. It keeps her, flexible. She can bend out of the way. Okay. So now, why not? She casts Hazard right here.
Okay.
All right. That's
Reflex
good.
saves from the dwarf.
She's also
And the
out of
best.
spells, so these things happen. Just a moment. How do we do? Did that go through? Probably not. I didn't hear something.
It did
Eventually.
indeed.
With all minimum rolls.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
so they'll each take 1 because it doesn't matter if they saved or failed.
Oh, are they also taking that bleed damage?
Yes, they will also take their bleed damage.
Yeah, I just doubled my efficacy.
Which really happened on their turn, but we'll do it now. And we'll mark those counters down. So many counters. Thank you guys for reminding me about your status effects, because there are so many of them.
Yeah, sorry. That's only going to get worse, not better.
Iris. Unless Adelaide, do you want to move?
I kind of dislike that Iris has taken my table. So I'm going to move over here
Taking your
to
table
tower
and
behind.
what do I smell?
No, it's just focused fire is a terrible idea.
No, you're
So-
100% correct in doing so. Do we have, tell me now, any more crits?
You do. You have one more nat 20 if you want it.
Do we? Okay, well, yes, I would like to automatically blind the dwarf who has entered the room.
All right.
Hey, welcome.
Big shout out to Jet for this nat 20.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
you're doing 17 damage again.
Oh,
That dwarf is not blind because that dwarf is dead.
he's blind
Nice.
forever.
Oh, not dead, because it's non-lethal damage.
First,
darn.
Dazzler is
Guys, good work.
Unconscious.
Unconscious.
Finally making some progress against this boss fight.
Oh God, I hope this is the boss fight.
Lasco, I'm sorry to
These
tell you.
guys don't have
Boss fight.
names.
Guys, go ahead and believe that. Iris, would you like to use your move action?
Gosh. I feel like there's something I can use my move action for, but I haven't found anything good yet that's like defensive that can be done with a move action. Other than move away.
Unless you get a shield.
Yeah, right.
You can
Iris
get a
is gonna
shield.
need to
But you
invest in a
use long
shield.
arms, so you need 2 hands.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Third hand.
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything yet, but I have been reading up on nomadic editors in my spare time. So, anyways, that being said, Iris considers feeding their move action to Harald, but they no longer trust Astrozoan, so they're instead going to move over to this table.
That
I'm
hurts.
so hungry.
Space pirate is listening very carefully, steps into the room and fires wildly at Iris.
And I
All
did
right.
look it up. It is, well, Lasco did post it.
Ooh,
It is 50% chance of missing.
yeah.
But they
that's
also
what I
take a
thought.
-4 penalty to most strength and dexterity-based skill checks.
Yeah, I
skill
clicked the
check.
box on their sheet.
Okay.
Does a 20 is going to be enough to
Yeah.
hit. So do you want
Yeah.
highs or lows to be
Highs.
the thing that hit you?
Highs.
Highs will hit. Okay. 28 is a miss.
Nope. That's what she said before she rolled
Okay.
it.
I did. I did.
Don't you go back on this now.
I asked which you wanted to hit, and then it missed. Don't you?
I'm not. I didn't say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Cool. Missed. 'Cause
all
he's
right.
blind. Yeah.
He's blind. Ogden.
Blind.
All right.
You fool.
Ogden is going to step back around the corner, and is going to actually hold on. What's my distance here? From here, that is just too far. Why did I have to step back? Stupid. So I'm gonna step out from behind the corner and try and take this one's attention, and we're going to shoot her, them, him, shoot the space pirate. We're gonna shoot them, whoever they are.
Shoot her!
Shoot her! This is not going to be a biohack. That's a 23 to hit for 3 points of acid
That is a
damage.
hit. Very nice.
Thank you. I get excited.
At which point, the human space pirate has a turn. Oh, the Vesk is still bleeding, so the Vesk blood on his turn. -1. On her turn, she bleeds. First thing. -1.
Bleed.
And then-
Bleed.
Yes. I don't need this dwarf sheet anymore. Go away, dwarf sheet. And then turns around to shoot Ogden twice.
Did that provoke?
Why would it? You're too far away. At least I think you're a space away. It might be. Oh no!
Oh,
Looking
you're
at the
right
screen?
there. I
Sorry.
forgot about it, but I also want to keep this crit, so go ahead. Try and
Alright.
score
Yeah, 3
hit.
damage.
2 points of bludgeoning damage, and then she hit as she fires, hitting Ogden squarely for 9 points of piercing damage.
Ouch! There goes my stamina again. I just keep losing my stamina.
Needs it.
Let's go.
Yeah. Stamina's for suckers. I don't. Yeah, I guess melee versus range doesn't really matter here. I'll just go for another trick attack on this lady, and maybe this time I'll be able to succeed at it. Nope, her CR is above 0. So
It is above 0. You do have a +1 in the queue.
Is her CR really 1?
Yep.
How is her CR lower than ours, and they're wrecking us?
There's 3 of
I
them.
don't.
Oh, maybe one of them's higher. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Also, they're melee. And melee is broken in Starfinder.
Yeah, maybe that's.
I don't.
It's pronounced superior.
I don't.
Soldiers are
Yeah.
just the middle of the
I don't
one,
think
guys.
it's broken. I think it's stronger than a party of all ranged folks.
Good.
That's
At level 1. Really good.
Regardless, yeah. So I guess I'll use the +1 to qualify the trick attack, and then use the nat 20 if we still have one
Nice.
left.
We are out of that. Is everything in your queue?
Oh right,
So
life
that's
used
all
it.
for
Life used it.
trick
Sorry.
work.
Hold on, wait. But do you want to crit?
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I don't think we should be allowed to use our own crits.
yeah. I don't think we
that's-
should be allowed to
that's
buy
corny,
crits for
that's corny.
ourselves.
I can't buy myself a crit.
No.
It's too corny. You're allowed to buy yourself 2
Ooh.
toots, but no crits.
Toot toots and that's it. Boo! Boo!
All right, so a trick
Better start tooting now. I've got 32,000 points.
tragically
11 hits.
Oh right, their AC is laughable. So that is 4
Her
damage.
AC is garbage right now. 4 damage. She's looking on like the last strings of life. Adelaide.
I'm a toot for that.
Adelaide will just cast Hazard again in this corner, where it won't hit Lasco or Ogden, but will hit her. Boom. So, boop, boop, boop. And 2 acid.
2 acid to the Vesk, I presume.
Whichever one looked like they were on death's door. I thought that was the
that's-
human.
That is the human. Do you have line of sight? Yeah. 2 damage. Okay.
Ta-da!
And do you want your move?
No.
Okay. Iris.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna move back over here, dropping the Flash Dazzler because, Iris doesn't actually have proficiency with heavy weapons. Sure, that doesn't matter for crits. And
No,
we're just
it
gonna
doesn't
go-
actually.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot with the. Yeah, no, it's just -4s to attacks. Sucking at something doesn't mean it's gonna shoot any less effectively.
Unless it's a
but
grenade.
anyways, back behind this table. Oh, okay, and a
Wait.
13.
Never mind, that'll hit.
Vesky boy.
Well-
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys destroyed their AC.
3 down damage.
3 electric damage. At the end of your turn, the blindness wears off.
I think it was supposed to be at the end of their turn. It could be at the end of my turn. I guess it really doesn't matter.
I've been counting it on your at the end of
Okay,
every.
count it down on my turn then.
Which makes it their turn. Aha! There you are.
That's
2 shots with the hunting rifle.
There I am.
Toggle blinded. Maybe this Vesk can hit now. Just maybe.
I'm sure they can.
Does a 12 hit your KAC?
My KAC? No, actually.
No. Both shots go wide. Ogden.
No, like that 12 deflects off the armor is what it does. 'Cause without that armor, it would have hit me.
This is off.
Hold on, no, because it's literally just like Iris's uniforms, so it deflects off of their badge.
Oh no!
Saved me again.
All misses against Iris are because they deflected off his badge. It's a very powerful badge.
Only the ones that result from the armor, but yes, all because of the badge. There's several different bullet marks on it you can see.
Little dings.
Or he has a lot of badges.
Yeah, after like the last time he was told to turn in your badge and gun, and he like tossed it onto the table, and it was like just this mangled piece of metal. They were like, "Okay, we know you're going to be back, so."
All right, I know I started this goof, but we're 10 minutes over, and we should finish this.
All right, Ogden.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad, guys. Ogden moves over, and he's going to draw a syringe and hit this lady with a sedative, with flanking.
Ooh.
Yay!
I'm pretty sure you're gonna hit.
You know what
It's
I
a
like.
crit!
Um,
I don't think I get to double the sedative damage.
This pirate hits the floor.
Let the pirates hit the floor. Let the pirates hit the floor.
And at that point, that's the end of the round. Song steps out of the kitchen with a surprisingly big gun,
I
levels
called it!
at the Vesk,
Yes!
and drops him in one hit.
Yes.
That's our buddy.
That's where we'll leave off for the week.
Oh, Song.
When we all look at Song,
Yep.
we all look at Song and he shrugs, and then the curtain closes.
Yeah. I have never been so happy to see Song. Also, I totally, absolutely called that. All of you saw it, not you viewers.
I saw it.
Yeah,
We are all witnesses.
that's fantastic.
That's wonderful.
I love it.
Also, it turns
That-
out that I have an extra spell that I didn't know I had.
Oh, because your
Well,
spell slots go up at level 2.
Well, and
Well,
bonuses.
thanks for sticking with me as this wit did go 10 minutes over. I thought with how fast you guys blew through the earlier fights that this was probably okay to start like 15 minutes before the end. And then you guys were just so close to finishing it for so long.
Yeah, no, that was reasonable.
I have no complaints about the
I think
duration
it
of the fight. Only the lethality of it.
They got pretty lucky right there off the bat.
Yeah.
Early
it
luck
was-
is
it
the
was
best
just-
luck.
It was just the rolls.
All right.
As this fight ends, you guys do hear yelling from the gym down the hall, and that is where we will pick up.
I'm
next
sure.
week.
I'm sure they'll wait for us to take a long rest so that we can get all our resolve back.
Oh, I know.
We'll
It'll
figure
take a
something
full
out.
day.
You guys are so. Oh, stop! It's gonna be fine.
Remember, this is the end of the first book. It's always the most lethal
So
part of the entire campaign.
All right, but I am gonna give my armor to someone else. I'm not
Since
gonna
you
be
can
in
just
range
tumble
to
your
use
way
it.
out of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
If only.
We're PCs. We're invincible, right?
Not until book 2 or 3.
That's
Until at
Not
least
until
book 2.
I don't
I
think
forgot
anybody's
we were
ever
in
died in
book
book
one
2.
still.
3.
This is the end of book 1. This is like the most lethal part of the whole campaign. You guys
It's
know
true,
this to
like-
be true.
The transition from a
Yeah.
book 6 to a book 1 is so jarring.
Yeah.
Staggering, really.
It's staggering. Yeah.
We are shining gods by the end of book 6, and then you're like plopped down in the middle of
Blood.
incompetency.
Yeah.
It's-
But that's okay.
Yeah. Remember
gotta get-
how
we-
things used to be?
We got to get there somehow.
Gotta get there
And thank you all. Thank you all for watching us as we struggle.
As usual, don't forget to catch new Cosmic Crit coming out Monday. We've got new Star Lords on Thursday as they investigate further what's going on in the glassworks of Sandpoint, looking for their friend Amiko. We'd like to thank Seth, Mistaken Potatoes, for doing all of our art. And we'd like to thank Tom for doing our theme music. As always, we have some great talent behind this show, and none of it would be possible without you, our audience. You guys are why we do this every week, instead of just, sitting in our little hidey holes and playing with just each other. I hope everyone is surviving quarantine out there and stays safe this week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Take care of yourselves, everyone.